ena matches no etie obeton nsem Arsenal gina kono ene game omo twa nim sem kunimdie ebekọ ede amomom yere ho nsem ebeba afe oku coaches na so ya wo mo de nsem pi ena atimi atodwa Pep Guardiola akasa Jose Mourinho se no krenie ensem trofom so mo ko Madrid no madi ntro ono nyade se Madrid na di nkomo bia yere ho nsem ebeba ebeti nkomo ewo Tapi Alonso to Chelsea no ahonsem etesen na Barcelona won honsem ewo ha wey any interesting stories be and abeba e dey afin ko fon close Ghana Premier League to aso weekend na no credit say big game no ewo takwa eho na Midema Soccer Club ebo e dey etia bibia ni Gold Stars omo win this game na league no about 90% say Midema etimi ajede honsem ebeba and afi other interesting stories so fie Mr. Eugene Poku striker head of sports for Promise Media what say dada on any ebu timina ewa ha womo ebedi agudie honsem enkomo enti show their live ewo Oyerepa 100.7 FM live ewo Oyerepa TV socials so Oyerepa radio and I say Oyerepa TV Ghana Oyerepa radio and I say Oyerepa TV Ghana ni munom abusua okowa oba enjoy show no be 0241 91 5555 0241 91 5555 honyina o de fa messages no boss player abakenkan ede among boss player good morning
baba bibi aboko de
nyame
koso kama abrabom boko okay all right and then Sammy birthday
yes chief executive
producer of your passports
efo na unika
na ensem na obeka no achi ano Sammy bie microphone ma betin aka
o kan tell me na unika
Sammy odwane okay enti se de baba yesa di tu edwano nondu ene kakra bi na baba ya sore so na afi dwumadi ediwo atimi aba beto so yetena se memeda se ya na unim se na wotwene mu efri dwada ebepem ene memre ensema hodo akoso ewo agudie mu ena yesa tena se ne akeka ni nyina de abom na yawie edi amawo ewo na wotwene awie ye ansana nyame ye adoma yetimi awura na wotwe fufuro nim baba isa de bewura mono ne na de wa mono ne nyina ode abremeti so si Jose Mourinho se obi amfre no
o se wa
so wa nka se onya adwuma ne ba wo mpe
da bi ne wa nka
okay eno ne
o se omo ka se mo ko ma de mo di ntro ma de pini bi ampo mfre no
de hia ne so wa nka se ompe ontimi zo nka se ompe Real Madrid
o ande onya ope
Real Madrid adwuma de coach bia nya ope
Jogging club
ono ntimi coach Real Madrid
o boss obetimi
jogging club ntimi coach Real Madrid asem na ye kan baba isa Real Madrid na da hosa na nye jogging club madwuma wo
boss Fiorentino Perez no onye tete Fiorentino Perez na no
eno ana wo ho
boss otisa
Real Madrid titi ye more tactics for Real Madrid Real Madrid na 4-2-3-1 ena me ko retreat players ena ko press ena ko hwan ne hwan nyina no enye adwuma Real Madrid eni say ya to players amount players ne susu no omo make sure say omo ye superstars manage wo mo so tell me chana say na fanya resource Gary Bale kan want
yes
Osisi dan omo ko train na won kire tactics o ti Real Madrid yen
but onjin dey say ono no Zidane no Uja Park no so Mbappe abon ye cheun say we Kylian Mbappe we Vinicius Junior ono dey why no why cheun
entina ofa Real Madrid a coaches are mostly omo ko Real Madrid omo ye successful no omo one either say Champions League wajibida wa manage superstars so tell me just wa manage superstars our manage superstars zenya resource Etifakalo Ancelotti no manage superstars was Juventus AC Milan
okay
it was about Real Madrid no any problem man no him how to manage superstars
okay
Zidane ya wokan se Zidane gina ho a Champions League wajibida Real Madrid no bobida
yes
bo na wo ye player na wo gina ho na wo bobi no the opposite we be as done no be da nti saa nkɔfo ne do mo kɔ Real Madrid na say yi de jogging club but say Alonso
Davi
oh it is Alonso
Davi
it is Alonso
was on so manage stars ni yo
stars bay
say ball no bokra de say Alonso abako
stars bay
be ono so ono say o manage Mo Salah ono Madrid
ono na ye o mo so tell me na say coaches no mo ye players no but we dey to stars go say bra na be manage wo mo
boss me dey me feel say ma the problem nya stars no ko e o niam bi o team no players bi o team no positions bi a e follow shots na no ye hu Bayern Munich say uhwe Joshua Kimmich ne e bom midfield uhwe team an on ne ba show midfield no Vitinha na e bo PSG midfield so ma the Tchouaméni mo ne Camavinga mo ne
na no mo ye different
Tchouaméni mo ne Camavinga mo ne
different nya mo nko na e bo akasefo no mo team no mu no bona na wo na humrika Dembele tu
yes quality
humrika na ayi Kvaratskhelia otu aha Vinicius obetu se America no
oh boss
obe press
oh boss say Mbappe
obe press
boss yo omum press a ndina as manager bi o wa
obe ya na maya ma club
ontimi a na wadi what tranche na o foforo
de jeje ho baba isa de jeje ho obe kwa obe ya na jogging club
ono de obetima ya ejuma no
enti baba isa de ho nsem nyina eba any games are ever so over the weekend Arsenal ni Fulham ya dabai ene na Arsenal ni Fulham obo no okay Arsenal any Fulham na Tuesday omobo Atletico Madrid yes sir okay na eno na obisu aso Arsenal match no dae
obisu aso Arsenal match
ai wo frame ahomachin se waso Arsenal match no dae na oso dae no na Fulham asha Arsenal 1-0
na Fulham asha Arsenal 1-0 so mo yes Adam the league na City
so dae na Fulham asha Arsenal 1-0 nti meka chenzi eba no pay ebehwe games eba so eye ene e wo Premier League ochina ebisu ebetimi akoso na Juada ebi akoso Brentford ene eye West Ham edi ebesie ni ne West Ham omoni Tottenham Hotspur ena epre ufa Premier League table na sese no club and the Eddie Wolves the omo already relegated Burnley so more than some best survival almost relegation at your man aha na say Tottenham ne West Ham and a wire day
yes
Tottenham 34 points West Ham 36 over the weekend West Ham edo money Brentford and then normally Brentford edi akusie ni nyame adomo china game ebeko so Villa Park Aston Villa omo any Tottenham Hotspur na di AC ni big game over the weekend Premier League ni ebeko so ochina Old Trafford ho and Liverpool and Manchester United di ABC ni Manchester so here 2 points from 4 games na kano na omonya Champions League qualification to china omo etimi win against Liverpool na say Manchester United back to the UEFA Champions League. Intino so other games ever so over the weekend of Premier League. Kaisa Juada so no. Manchester City also any Everton and the ACNE. Yebera the Spanish La Liga host games ever so Espanyol ebetene fi nyambo china na omoni Real Madrid the ACNE. Saso and Barcelona almost ni Osasuna and ebo and 7 p.m. and as game ne so Italian Serie A so games beba so Como and in Napoli game no so and edwai na fi ochina Sassuolo and AC Milan so abomodin the CNE Inter Milan say there's a league no majewi the league
last weekend would the boys abroad
baby adu ne there almost ne Parma edi CNE other games so ura the German Bundesliga so games so Bayern Munich kai so much Bundesliga na wie on Wednesday omo ene PSG ene ebo ti o Bayern game na why very careful
on for match no ko che obi a man survive so we she
or the one na ekobo
on heading him
and I'm so the one na ekobo
who said the players
out in the first onye ti muhi na yenwi amama fa monsa engumuti ya baba fie na afia bedi enkomo fie Ghana Premier League say top sport no ene ho aye hye Gold Stars echina omodo mani kire takwa baby eye mediama etna fie na omato msa e de afre Gold Stars na ura Ghana Premier League na hosusu no baba isa ya di mo den pa enya asem ketwa ochina game na eba so no bibiri na se eno ene be determine the obeje 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League mediama ene that top omo 53 points baby any Gold Stars to sumi no omo 51 Today, Omumienu and a challenge for the 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League. Ochina, sa game can say Gold Stars and Mediama Air Basso, Ewo Takwa TNA Park, a Honsem. Yebedi Ewo Jumedian so and a game back over Coso. Ewa Bra Vision FC, Omone Swedro All Blacks, Eddie ACNE, Ewo Ni a J. Kreku, the second sports complex, a whole and a sa game way Ebekoso. Medicandia to just watch now, Udwani TNA Stadium, and no Ewo Takwa. Mediama any Gold Stars Eddie ACNE Saso and Hoho United omo yeyu omo feeling komuni Brokum Chelsea and Ebebo Enra the Ghana Football Association this one committee Eddie Aba say the Hoho United ya momo eyimfie makoma komiensan ya momo ban and yeyu omo fi Ghana football mo ehon sem yebedi ewo dwumedie so oduani ekire Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex Nations FC etnefi na omoni akrazo folk ede esiani saso ena Insenche Sports Arena eho ena Samates ene Baseke Holy Stars ede esiani Karela ewo Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium no ewo Tamale omoni Jonga Apostles ene bebo ena afi Adriana so ewo Nanajima bedu the first park eno wo Doma eno so Adriana ene Heart of Lions ene de esiani odu ani chire Tuba Astro Tefa Asante Kotoko etwa Dreams FC ewo sa game na enra game ba ko course no Bechem United omo ene 11 wonders ene di esiani ma Bechem ehye 11 wonders ekamiensa emomo atimu ba ko na Abranti Augustine Okra
yes
say okobia no aba no di Bechem aba revive no ho no di aba beje contract say league no ono na ehuru di kan wa she goals e che player bia Augustine Okra Abranti onyemreda
no wonder say
onyemreda
ko bichiwa mama no ode ni dia to stance
ti ono anka oye Bechem Maradona ana Bechem Messi
bana Bechem Cristiano Ronaldo
oye left footed
o send
ono obobo ti se Messi ni Maradona ti untimi nya ni Cristiano Ronaldo manenye eti Augustine Okra and they say Ghana Premier League ofa go kina ono so wahuri ede akwakotosoro ewo ho ensem bebre wa ha anopai yebedidi ho enkomo enu nti kan ho efiri sabre komise dwumade ni baba na wiye ewo abrawdo message eba 0241915555 0241915555 ubetimi edo message afa ho question bia wo bia sem bia pese kan komo bia pese ye no di ena no pay e odwumadi no so no betimi e de afa onya ho nko a oduani ekire eye Facebook a search for Oyerepa radio also betimi do messages afa so ena YouTube so eye Oyerepa radio ye bo bia kwa ba mo bia chen ye da wase se odu afidie no ato ha eye Oyerepa 100.7 program no live on your TV Oyerepa TV on your radio 100.7 and ye social media networks ahodo nyina so no onsa kan ewo ho sports player babaisa e de ranko funkru so amonone na afidi wo ho nyina no ode aguo e de amayenti baba mamemfa we eni wo kan
Oyerepa FM 100.7
enti anopay the boss player abie kwanum ye konko funkru so nsɛm edi adencheche na ebumfumpa onko funkros no ye de honsem ato anim enano pensem no de doso de disefata se ohwe na otie ena ye de esum wo kitikiti mam pole bi wo ma ya no makam no pa anopay ye be confirm mununu ni na ama ewo dwumaden so ewo socials no so Facebook pages no Oyerepa radio and I say Oyerepa TV Ghana send a comment to me ba na the boss player to no bossy I can na at the amount said say and said the effecta major European leagues no matches outdoor and etodwa over the weekend enra yenya Friday night football results ewo fixtures near the honsam ebeba ebesha sem efi French League anum match day 32 na enra na is games no ebia no den and matches are etodwa Saturday 2nd May 2026 aya Nantes and Olympique de Marseille and di ebosom Stade de la Bonjour and a game no etimi atofem Paris Saint-Germain and Lorraine ebebom au Parc du Prince na fe yenya Meta oni Monaco adi ebani was Stade Saint Symphorien and a match no etimi atodwa Nice ebetafie our Alliance Riviera na on Lens edi abani we matches and etimi atodwa na detenie odani ko Lila suya woman Le Havre ebebom game no 1 p.m. Whatnam start PM Moray and a game no etimi atofem Auxerre ebo Angers our start the IB our Deschamps and a game no etimi atodwa 3:15 p.m. match no ebetimi atofem Paris FC etrofie on a Brest and a album our start Jean Bovin and a game no etimi atofem game no emra no 3:15 p.m. tinam na Strasbourg and Tours abo our start Delaminau game no 3:15 p.m. Lyon and Rennes and a elbow our Parc Olympique Lyonnais and a game no ultimate actor just say and a table room a team our French League and Paris Saint-Germain early team 69 points plus of 43 goals Lens atosum 63 points plus of 28 goals Olympique Lyon atoso miensam 57 points plus of 16 goals Lille atoso 57 points plus of 16 goals Rennes atoso enum 56 points plus of 12 goals Olympique de Marseille atoso ensiam 53 points plus of 18 goals Monaco atoso ensom 51 points plus of 7 goals Emrantia wamashe goals no do our French League anum Le Pont osiakai ema Rennes 18 goals and a boy no etimi asem Panetili our Stuttgart also etimi asem 16 goals and a Oko Mason Green Dasuya abusiam 15 goals and wasem Solarin Balagoon asem 12 goals osiakai ema Monaco enti awonsam adonom Strasbourg Abrante Panetili or the SMP and a etimi atudam or say or training say go Kennedy said the tibia then sa abekam our French League anum say and a Bundesliga fixtures a team our match day 32 and then Bayern Munich and Heidenheim our Alliance Arena game everything at of them 1:30 p.m. and Eintracht Frankfurt and Hamburger SV our Bank Park Stadion game at 1:30 p.m. Hoffenheim and Stuttgart and our Prisora Arena game jam at 1:30 p.m. after Werder Bremen at Tottenham on Augsburg versus Stadion Bremen Krobom and a side game 8 at Tottenham 1:30 and at Tottenham after Bayer 04 Leverkusen at Bay Arena on Leipzig at 4:30 p.m. now for Tottenham matches not to assume at St. Pauli and Mainz 05 and at the Airbus 1:30 at Melentor Stadion now for Borussia Mönchengladbach at on Dortmund album our Borussia Park game 3:30 p.m. Tinam Freiburg and Wolfsburg at the Albanian game to jam our Europa Park Stadion Mbaya games ebetimi atodwa dinida atwani enne anopay na say and oko Bundesliga na table etiem 82 points plus of 81 goals for Bayern Munich we are already champions of the Bundesliga Dortmund atosum with 67 points plus of 34 goals RB Leipzig tosum yensam 62 points plus of 24 goals Stuttgart atosu 57 points plus of 20 goals Hoffenheim atosu enum 57 points plus of 16 goals goalkeeper Hurricane Esiakai Emma Bayern Munich 33 goals and was Dennis Undorf Stuttgart 18 goals Luis Diaz Diaz, Bayern Munich 15 goals, Sehu Girassi, our Dortmund 15 goals, and Michael Olise, our Bayern Munich 13 goals, and Ninsam Etimi Akano Pay, Yatinina, Atuanim, our Juma Denison, Tentamson, Yanko Siri Anum, a match day 34. Now, Medituanim Sam, Otaniko Udinia Suya, and then woman Torino, and Ebo Blue Energy Stadium, Como, and about Napoli, our Stadio Giuseppe Senigalia, now for Atlanta, our New Balance Arena, on it Genoa, and a day Ebos Way, and the matches, Otnam, Bologna, and a Cagliari, at the Ebony, our Stadio Renato da Ara, not Sassuolo, and AC Milan, Abom, our Price Stadium, Juventus, Eba Heras Verona, na Allianz Stadium, and a match them, Etime Atofem, and watching Oko Ada Games, Numa, Inter Milan, Ebetrafim, Obo Palma, and Stadio Giuseppe Maenza, Milano Como, and a game them, Etime Atojam, Cremonese, and Lazio, and a bomb, our Stadio Giovanni Zini, our Cremonese, na AS Roma, and Fiorentina, at the Abani, our Stadio Olimpico, Rome Como, and a side game them, Etime Atoja say, and a table room, a C Etienne, Inter Milan, a J League Sam with 79 points plus of 49 goals, Napoli, Atoso Mienum 69 points plus of 19 goals, AC Milan, Atoso Miensam 67 points plus of 21 goals, Juventus, Atoso Enai 64 points, Como Toso Enum 61 points, AS Roma, Atoso Siam 61 points, and Atalanta, Atoso Enso 54 points plus of 15 goals. Na okay Amantia Amashe goals no tutua Lautaro Martinez our Inter Milan 16 goals, Nico Pass our Como 12 goals, Marcos Thuram Esiakai Emma Inter Milan 12 goals, and Marcos Thuram Etime Ashem our Spanish Primera División Santander a match day 34 na Anra Girona Etna Fiem our Stadio Municipal de Montelivi our Girona Como Emma Ri Mallorca Equashana Bakwa went to me ante, and then 2nd May 2026 Villarreal and Lavente Album our Stadio della Ceramica Villarreal Como, and a game at 12 p.m. and a match them a better at Valencia and Atletico de Madrid album game them at 2:15 p.m. na main front to him say Estadio de Mestalla Valencia Como, and a side game them at Deportivo Alaves a better film our Estadio Mendozorota on the Athletic Club Bilbao at the Ebony game them at 4:30 p.m. Osasuna about FC Barcelona our Estadio Alsa de Pamplona, and a side game them at FM and the 7 p.m. and May and a match them etimi atofem na Nyankopon wa wachnam Celta Vigo and eche erebom ewo Balaidos game nom na is another day pa 2:15 p.m. and a game nom etimi atodwam na Ribetes and Ri Oviedo ebom ewo Estadio de la Catuja na Hetafe abo Rayo Vallecano el Colisem Hetafe Cromwell Espanyol and Ri Madrid ebom ewo RCDE Stadium na Sevilla at Trafium, our Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan on it Sociedad and a also say and league table at tier Barca etimia champions over the weekend 85 points and a Kutom after 33 matches Real Madrid Tosum Yedum 74 points Villarreal Atoso Miansam 65 points Atletico de Madrid Atoso and 60 points Ribetes Atoso Enum 50 points Hetafe Atoso Enciam 44 points Celta Vigo Atoso Ensom 44 points Real Sociedad Atoso Enwache 43 points and Osasuna Atoso Encron with 42 points to say and a PT Genetian Kylian Mbappe Loten Esiakai Emma Rima de 24 goals Vedat Muriki our Real Mallorca 21 goals Lamine Yamal as a 16 goals Anti Mutamel our Osasuna 16 goals and Mikel Oyarzabal our Real Sociedad 14 goals and a Boynum Etime Asha Yatinina F2 and an play our English Premier League room match day 35 of the English Premier League. May two of them say our Friday night football Leeds United at a relegated side Burnley. Ashanami and some Emma Omutimu a cut back home our Elland Road no so over 36,792 spectators and a cost stadium a game the no or Carfor after Anton Starch and a Dominic Calvert Lewin and a ghost room and Leeds United with two and himself and then Brentford Eternal and Brentford Community Stadium on it West Ham United and a Ebony Crick Crossing a center referee 2 p.m. and a game team at Newcastle United and Brighton Bebom our St. James's Park and Chris Covenant and a Jamon a center referee 2 p.m. Overhampton Wanderers Everton Film our Molinus Stadium on the Stadium of Light from Sunderland and a Airborne a 2 p.m. Portiani a center referee Nafe and May 4:30 p.m. Arsenal and Fulham Abom game nom Toja our Emirates Stadium London Cromwell Gerard Gillett a center referee Nafe Ottenham AFC Bournemouth Atrafim and a Crystal Palace at the Ebony Vitality Stadium Bournemouth and a game Toja Robert Jones a center referee 1 p.m. Ottenham match ni Tottenham Manchester United Liverpool Old Trafford Manchester Cromwell down England a center referee our side game 2:30 p.m. Tinam now for Aston Villa and Tottenham Express at the burning our Villa Park Birmingham Cromwell Samuel Barrett a center referee our game America was Monday night football a Chelsea and Nottingham Forest and our Stamford Bridge so London Cromwell Anthony Taylor a center referee Everton and Manchester City Babom our Hill Dixon Stadium Liverpool Cromwell Michelle Oliver a center referee say and English Premier League table a tier no credit January dinner na 34 matches and Arsenal at team album our 73 points plus of 38 goals Manchester City at also about 33 matches and 70 points plus of 37 goals Manchester United at also some 61 points plus of 14 goals Liverpool at also a 958 points Aston Villa Atosom Enum 58 points Brighton Atosom Siam 50 points Bournemouth Atoso and Som 49 points Chelsea Atoso and 48 points Brentford Atoso and Crow 48 points and a Fulham Forum and Neme Koye and Damo Papam and no Amurene Nti or Oyerepa say and a top scorers see etie Mimfam to him say Ellen Haaland of Manchester City on I said more goals 24 goals and was Igor Thiago our Brentford 21 goals and 27 Esiakai Emma Manchester City 15 goals and Antoine Semenyo our own answer etimi aka and after João Pedro Esiakai Emma Chelsea on also etimi as 14 goals and play ya tinina etu anim ewo Juma so live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV a weekends edition of today's sports and that was so good so and I'm pay na I am kofun close to some tefa wom and I'm pay yeah be at the ama was show near live I was social so Oyerepa radio and I said Oyerepa TV Ghana odiane say obeshare not what comment me ba not the boss player at second can na at the ama said the same and it said a fata abusia you run deep into reaction from coaches weekend day and someone I was out here various leagues outdoor and also and you do and I'm pay na abusia 2nd May 2026 there are approximately 40 days remaining until the 2026 FIFA World Cup kickoff. Now opening match Mexico and be hosting the opening match scheduled for Thursday, June 11th, 2026 our Estadio Azteca in Mexico. Now take hand of God in some certain way my pa Brazil 10 year I'm gonna the most consecutive World Cups appearances I'm gonna call World Cup or I'm gonna call to do pa when say Brazil for them I'm gonna call 21 tournaments appearing in all 21 tournaments they has the most consecutive World Cups and I think income tournament I'm appear 21 times na 8 nations and I win a World Cup. Biyaka wants me the Bia wants ba. Now World Cup some days to start 2026. There are 2 nations are almost Tima Pranasa, Amaso Kruanum, Italy, Brazil, Germany, also known as West Germany, Argentina, Uruguay, England, Spain, and France. Where are my Odua? Woman Sam, Etime Aso World Cup, no, Amia Makumako on 2006 final, Italy and France, no, the most watched World Cup. Almost 715.1 million viewers. And Tiano Kai, Ashanon Sum. Now, Udoniko Don Carlo Ancelotti, Asuya, one and a Brazil national team manager. A World Cup update or say 2026 FIFA World Cup no bia entimi Casabia nano Argentina and France quarterfinals enti a umbakum and a ebeje or say World Cup bebia timisi surprises bebe and a wom Brazil mine our rich history about the World Cup enti World Cup way almost to me James Emmanuel Yene Don Carlo Ancelotti manager at the Brazil national team and in some way at me atuja on World Cup update and pay yating na Emma Woyamko England na fe yanin come our England and I pay Michael Carrick and in some P and atuja na Michael Carrick and 7 Ukrainian are you happy about Kobe Manu no Ukraine say Ejuma Kobe Manu abom at the Manchester United since obey training at the Emma club no are impressed with Kobe Manu papa and they be catch them a continuous improvement in yes bia Kobe Manway se said you bia ebo abasunti no anom na ma ultima ya de o say e ban sa masa emwa ema o development enwie ba bia I was say edu Morgan Rogers o si akan ema Aston Villa na Diamete se players Michael Carrick actually omudin agun krata so at the Akoma Ineos group no omode Morgan Rogers akaho awaka at the champion for some Morgan Rogers there said the Tibia I was so by Juma Emma Manchester United or a player possibly or bet me album our the left wing another area Manchester United I should say on best strengthen over the summer and the Demetem still our Manchester United transfers Mickey Van de Ven the situation our Tottenham Spurs Manchester United follow Mickey Van de Ven the situation our Tottenham Spurs Sadati Bia Ebi Obi nkase puduose na amkopiem our relegation there ambe fanom ananse samba mukura amo debate abeko beda abeten sa Tottenham Spurs abe reject and your reporter ekutame enano pay na mami ko Chelsea asoye na interim coach McPhillan a confirm say good news and say Reece James and Alfie Livy Kowina are back in training amu training very well I say Livy Kowo at training and Alfie Reece James captain and so etime at training I say team bia o Reece James our assassin so always obepe say Reece James air fit I say oba dressing room a lot and ode ema club no one of club na academy mu enti oka players se Chelsea luso atimi se kom dom pem amo bench no so oka ho enti ano on club no a lot emra our dressing room home McPhillan DM and na McPhillan we here and oka safa Enzo Fernandez onim se Enzo Fernandez and in nam fofo bim ekopiem our Madrid amokoshe Madrid open and I see mema I want 3 days off and I think that se player no ne off days so feel say I was oko na okokoche tennis yeni issue bia manfo sa akwa Madrid open na boy no kra na no koka say nya Madrid komu a obetram eno ntina ma no ko si da bi ono de onwen sa na mum a vacation and boy no fees okono ba ebebo no ama bibia koye jama no ni issue bia $1 I explain why okoche Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain game no be and I Stockport and Ville sa game no otimi ekokoche bi o say ono there in a calendar year no official Bayern Munich and PSG no na a disaster game I say managers both players obia utumi say or bomb up to the highest level or one of the best games our afi UEFA Champions League nom enti Pep Guardiola dem eno nom owie yam eno central for busan se Pepe say the idea no as a fixtures na den more in a space of 1 week 3 matches Sunday morning na and affect Manchester City na and I say oh me come and ka situation we come pe set maybe semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League now refiana emra na Manchester City the treble I win the FA Cup I win the English Premier League the Champions League no shadows no e so say ya na so amutimi successful into on them on Jane Fisters home and a slot on Florian Waits and order to just no cranny say English Premier League no fi Master League from now by adaptation one na Jobe can say for now boy na adapt ye Liverpool and we improve a lot where Sprete Florian Waits na no nimnom e wo Bay Arena Bundesliga no obe hu sa boy no e 2026-2027 English Premier League season Adam Waxton Osiakan Emma Crystal Palace German team HMS Liverpool almost in Yankopon one next season I'm a try and grabbing bet beer oh 50 I'm up Adam Waxton say I'm now I'm a 10-50 Emma Bobo con Liverpool setting for Crystal Palace Dynamo Adam Waxton and I don't say at 2 and I don't play Lionel Messi some phone any team come on let them business stadium be pa and na uduru no and the scariest stadium ever our bomb our honor said do one no Lionel Messi there if we say I answered okay at night or boy with Barcelona our Anfield dead yo me say ochechemu say oye player now jump it no so massa stadium ni dead cry etimi no now Lionel Messi semwa or to just energy of the fans super na Hilal form say I'm identify Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes say Richard Hughes no capable amram na amaya jumam Saudi Arabia ama Hilal bobokorum Muhammad Salah Gali abusuam diamete HM say Saudi for the I'm the big offer. Ebam, nemum about reject this offer. Say ono episode to so. Ewa Europe and a reporter. Eka yansan nano pay for a batch football room. Offer a deal around £385,000 per week. £385,000 per week. And I'm offer at the Muhammad Salah Gali, the Egyptian king, Premier League legend Wayne Rooney. At the Atuja Sophia Mosala Karianum and we last season and this is your numbers no I drop it papa into Fisenka or go outside Europe one as a player and know you're going running it there or there to film and I'm play Everton for some I'm interested maza more gold don't I'm for gold ninyashi sa gold no I don't stones or see a kind Manchester City Everton for sa Nyanko Pombo next season I'm a persuade bomb our head Jackson Stadium Everton sir I'm trigger the £50 million option to sign Jack Grealish. Manchester City a good year or day FM team is on your jumam M that is Everton former permanent player this is around £50 million almost says Kanom own Emma permanent Emma Everton Bobo Korum and what Tottenham Spurs win in Villa Park, it's not a miracle. We have the quality to win. And Roberto Di Zerbi, manager at the Tottenham Spurs, and I'll say I'm going Villa Park against Aston Villa. Now I'm going to Kurima and Chelsea Bia, and I'm going to be and ultimately the woman is the quality. I'm betting him. Our Villa Park, Mikel Arteta, or sick Kai Havertz, or training Pombo Tuesday against Atletico de Madrid in the Champions League. Kai Havertz, Aritana Jumam, at the Amatim Samen Nasri, at the Atujasa, Mikel Arteta, and you're wrong. Emmanuel Mikel Arteta, a best striker manager, Arsenal new one. Now, and Victor Jokeres Assembia, or see what Cham, our Sporting Lisbon, sending profanum, not on to me from what, and my Arsenal, and your Sagosnum, and your Sma Uranum, and the Atujan Nano play, not Paul Mason, on Sir. Arsenal about the English Premier League and also the Champions League. I say Manchester City store our tricky away games our Everton FC and I feel Bournemouth Arsenal about getting advantage promising say City and Everton I feel Bournemouth game no Massa Anthony our City Arsenal about to take advantage now I say now no City Ebonum na omu look great against Burnley. Team be able to head City. After Arsenal or culture Mugema, Munifula FC bottom first. They also doing a win. Now fame. Dia Canada, Manchester SC. Now Arsenal Elusu Fulama. Ombelusu to Atletico di Madrid Swakaho. Now Felmina. Etimi Ashre Mom. And your promise Nensema or the to Joshua West be Emma Arsenal players. No momentum is everything, and one bad result affect the whole season. Fulham first, everything as follows. And then some promising at the Arsenal players. Ian Wright, a legend of the game. I say Arsenal. I win the Champions League. Of course, I say Declan Rice. I win the Ballon d'Or. Meaning sorry yeah that's sorry not say Arsenal I win the 2025-2026 English Premier League now I'm already the Champions League. Declan Rice, I the favorite. Also winning World Cup now. On the yard, not Wako Oyerepa Radio. And I say Oyerepa TV Ghana now day. And why don't a Guana says 0241915555. About 0241 we are. No about 91. Not about 55555 near 9. And see Uber here no and cray. Declan Rice and say Arsenal in the Champions League. Ono na favorite I say he had the Ballon d'Or Emmanuel in this group no you say omo GDS say bia Manchester United nam kwan so is in right track and baby team no very soon crew no woman say ebetimi aso bi and ya Ineos group I want some more efi omasoye eba no play former Chelsea and Arsenal midfielder Emmanuel Petit and I say Bayern Munich and win the Champions League na France World Cup na Michael Olise performing quadra and your Ballon d'Or momfa players master Facebook among for kasamu amo hype amo and momfa konkote Ballon d'Or among performance I say Michael Olise at China fee our Bundesliga or World Cup nefa now the Champions League so I was a Ballon d'Or then start etime eka now them say the Frenchman why Ero's most impressive performance a fee was 20 goals and 29 assists across 47 matches for Bayern Munich and the Vincent Company. And the Michael Olise as making he yanka 20 goals, 29 assists, 47 matches, and manager Vincent Company super. And then someone if it na swear everybody yete HM say junior groupie akudai say ocha ben of game pa no credit say junior group in bona album ano den the yete HM sem Arsenal and monitor bonum Michael Carrick a favorite sir get Manchester United jumano full job now say I'm a permanent manager and here demoted him if in your snasue Roberto Di Zerbi or say Masama transform soon to say it be a more relegation derby. Adia also mo dwen ho matcha wo mo bode tia Aston Villa wo se nkunim diem etime eba adan o say team no I still part of the English Premier League. I'm a destiny. As from some winning against Everton. Eddie how but it set Newcastle United by John O'Quine and yeah, Jamaica and pay HM say opinion or say or believes about now for trust from Ayajumam Eddie Ama club now coaches and players time. Yenim come on live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV weekend selection of today's sports and Yatiban ko from cross some and you do and come on a slot a confirming Muhammad Salah won't be available over the weekend. And a slot confirmation.
So we know from Mo, he's always working incredibly hard during the season when he's fit, but definitely also when he's injured, to be back as soon as possible. And that's what he's trying now as well. And usually he's earlier fit than other players after a minor injury, because he has a minor injury. So we expect him indeed to be back in the final part of the season, but not tomorrow for Sunday.
Be available.
Yeah, not in some ways. In all ways, it's a big relief that his injury is minor, so that he's able to play for us, that he's able to play at the World Cup, and if there's any time a player that deserves to get a big send off, it's definitely Mo.
And a slot on Mohamed Salah Ghali, Steven Gerrard, a legend for Liverpool. On Mo Salah extra sitting, come on. Now, the two legends for Liverpool in Samoa. I'm going to do
Inte impräcker con Equalo. So did I think last season for me is just like, I don't want to take credit from any other club, but winning the Premier League for this club is completely different than any other club. It gets into my head. I want people to remember me more than you, more than any. It's just like, I'm not trying to be real. No, that would not.
Is there a chance we're going to see you in a Liverpool shirt in the Brentford game?
For sure.
The injury.
And it's fine. I will, definitely. I will probably would do before that.
We really appreciate you giving us the best years of your career. We're very thankful. We're going to miss you, and please come back and see us, won't you? Listen, it's always a pleasure to be in Mo Salah's company. Very lucky and privileged to have the opportunity to do one of his last interviews here at Liverpool. So, yeah, 20 minutes.
And no, I Steven Gerrard and Kuma on the Mohamed Salah Ghali transfer. When we idea or say no credit we wish you were. And I'll say on a winning Premier League with Liverpool, no, Nene Pa and the Mohamed Salah Ghali. Na McPhillan, a manager, and Chelsea. I'll say we can still get into the Champions League. I'll say Chelsea for Muni GDS a face store. We team at Champions League. The Munyai, the team no Champions League.
Yeah, we've got so Reece is back in training. Levi's back in training, both looking good. A little bit away to the game, so we'll see how they do day by day. But both are looking promising. No, not really. We're taking it day by day. Obviously, Levi's had a long injury. Reece had a really good run and has been injured again. And there's a lot of games still to play, so we don't want to push too much. But we're just taking it day by day and see. Hopefully, they come through. Yeah, Reece has been brilliant from the day I stepped up in January. To be honest, this time around he's injured, so it's a little bit of a different role, like you said. Even though he's still young, he's massively experienced. He's won major tournaments. He loves the club. He cares about the club. So he's driving and pushing standards every day. We have a leadership group here that he's a massive part of, and he's been a massive support to me and all the staff involved on an interim basis. Yeah, it's always difficult when you're not performing and not getting the results that you feel like you need and you want to push towards. And it's amazing how a win can change the feel and the atmosphere and the momentum with the group. So they've been in a really good place they trained the last 2 days, and they've been in a really good place, as is the staff and Cobham as a whole. So hopefully we can continue that. We gave the lads 3 days off, and I actually thought I think it says a lot about the group that they go away together. I love the fact that they spend time together, and they've gone to Madrid to watch tennis. So I don't see an issue with it, in honesty. Exactly. Yeah, he was there last year with his teammates again. The last time they had a break, they spent time together as well. So I think it's a positive sign for the unity within the group. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Got a really tough game. Nottingham Forest are a really good side. We'll be well prepared for it. But yeah, it'll be a great honour to lead a game at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, I've been involved in games at Stamford Bridge as assistant or support staff. Might have a bit of a different feel leading the team. It'll be a great honour in front of the Chelsea fans. Really looking forward to it and hoping we can put in a similar level of performance as we did at Wembley.
Enti McPhillan Nitia and what church and some be or say unity instead of Sir Mumford and some Tomananteros, because Sir our team not some mom off. Nasamunyama Kambum Echo PM El Baby Echo Trade Game and Train Kambuma and what team num be ready for the FA Cup final against Man City Wembley Afe Otati on next games and that name now Michael Carrick. How big and an occasional amount Emra Obo Manchester United Liverpool Muainini.
Certainly one of my favourite games, yeah, without doubt. I think
it's a standout game. You know, I think there's obviously big games and big rivalries that we have with other teams, but certainly this one is right up there in the history, the ups and downs that past has produced in these type of games, and the excitement and entertainment. I think it's and the emotion, which is a huge part of it. It makes it a really special game. I think it's just that edge and that competition, really, and irrespective of league positions over the years of who's been on top at certain times or whatever, it's never really changed the feeling of the game and the emotion and the supporters. And I think it's and really appreciating what it means to the supporters. I think we have to do that. It's just a special game, you know, to be part of, and obviously to come out on top is one of the best feelings you'll get.
And no, Michael Carrick and some of the Atuja na Netopon is I say Mrano Siakaino. Open games, I can favorite games no. Liverpool Manchester United kaho or say a big game, a big rival game, and after emotions no yana ema game no a special and then Michael Carrick and then some other two giant two coaches one play the English Premier League no the coaches and players time live on today's sports weekend edition of the show. Now Michael Carrick and Mikel Arteta wakasa for overall emotions after say one more drum our way our Metropolitano and after other games etoja season.
You said you were fuming on Wednesday night. 2 days on, what would you say the overriding emotion is for you just now?
Focus on Fulham and hunger. Hunger to play, hunger to compete, hunger to win, hunger to be closer to achieve our dream.
Has the club received an explanation from UEFA about that decision making, and have you sought one?
I don't know, I haven't spoken to them in the last few hours, so I don't know. We will deal with that on Monday. Now it's Fulham.
And the episode just massa the see our Metropolitano and the see you're out to focus nina our Fulham game so and no Mikel Arteta Nadia Rutuga in Central Focus Busano Bayern Munich and PSG game so only saying Ochichi say.
When I look at that game, the Bayern PSG is probably the best game I have ever witnessed on the quality of two teams, and especially the individual quality that the players deliver. Never seen something like this. But when I look at the amount of minutes and the freshness of those players, then I'm not surprised. To deliver that amount of quality, you have to be very fresh, and the difference in the leagues and the way they compete in is night and day. And you just have to see a lot of the stats that they've been recently around it. So we are comparing two different worlds. So you cannot compare one part of that without giving any context to that. I don't think it's.
And Mikel Arteta and some other two John Mikel Arteta, and so I can say be was in the best game. Whatever I would say the PSG Bayern Munich game when they are doing. So PSG and the Bayern Munich game a best ever gamer. If you watch football, watch na only Mikel Arteta dream. Now the moino etime at on your Facebook or your radio and I say Oyerepa TV Ghana. Now, Odoni call Pep Guardiola Asuya. I see John Stones on Tano on him John Stones pa or your incredible player Pep Guardiola on John Stones.
By one of the first times I remember perfectly traveling to London to meet him in my brother's house, and for the first time I was young. You see his faces in that moment. I always became there are few players that cannot understand what happened in this period together. He's one of them. So he was the best player by far in the final in Istanbul. That means his personality. Now he feels fit. Hopefully he can fight physical the rhythm to be ready, and like Bernardo has said, part of, for ourselves, not just me, ourselves is living, so contribution I feel massive. So he's an incredible person on and off the pitch as a football player. So yeah, really pleased. I'm so incredible. I said with Bernardo, grateful to live these many years here with a person like John.
Yeah, what Bernardo Silva Abaso with a Juma with him our Manchester City. Now, Sean Dyke said Tottenham for ye. Tottenham Express remember relegation. Sean Dyke
Spurs in such an odd predicament, and I'm looking at who's going to pull them out of it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I can't see someone you know, just someone popping up. I mean, Son used to do it, didn't they? You know, and obviously Kane, but, you know, they just pull you out of it. So I just can't see it. And Villa, I think, with their attacking players against Forest, I thought they were quite blunt, actually. So I think they'll do better. So I'm going to go for them to win. I'm going to go Villa to win 1-0. And then go Watkins.
Do you think Spurs will go?
I do now. You know, I didn't a few weeks ago when, you know, I was muted noises about me going there and I was saying, you know, well, you've got to gain out of it and all that, blah, blah, blah. I just think they're in real trouble now. You know, they can't sort of find that groove. So they can't find that bit of mojo. You know, sometimes it just pops. And I thought they bottomed out a few weeks ago when they just hit rock bottom and that's it. And there's only ways up. But they sort of haven't, you know, expect them to bounce. And there's just been no bounce. When the new manager went in, I just thought, here we go. And it just doesn't work. Now, maybe it's coming, but it needs to come quick. I mean, they've got to get
no luck either, is there? I mean, you've lost Romero to the end of the season. Simon's now to the end of the season. Slanking in the train this week. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not just, I'm not just blaming the players, the club and all that. I mean, just sometimes it is just what's going on. You know, the injuries. And I mean, people forget about that. And you know, sometimes as well, you need a bit of luck. You know, I want Forest to stay up, but I must say, on the day, Sunderland were awful.
On Friday night last week, yeah.
Right, so my point is that maybe Tottenham need something like that. They need maybe a Villa. They need maybe a Villa to have just one of them horrible days.
So they've got Leeds and Chelsea. They've got Leeds coming up on a Monday night. Leeds probably should be safe by then. It's at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Then they go to Chelsea after the FA Cup final. So maybe they might get a little bit fortunate there, although they never beat Chelsea.
Yeah, but when you're down there, I've been down there, mate.
Yeah. I know I am Sean Dyke. I'll say Tottenham Express with the English Premier League now. Yanko Spain now you come on and I know pay Hans Flick training. Emma FC Barcelona Nansen Trophy Buzan sir opening now in a Champions League final. So JB a finals before the finals media sanama hunu a Bayern Munich and a PSG. Na yesusu se obetima create sade ne bi e Barcelona se Barca very soon mebo Champions League na sa top level performance no Barca e de emeno so yes we can 100% ayebetimi ayo 100% and yesam Hans Flick editor jam latest on Lamine Yamal Hans Flick send city and on say oh World Cup with Spain I say omni Spain for na kasa tieniye ade na ai hu wan twa na Lamine walk up asema ba hu we manager ma Barca o enti se ba Lamine ya ma fitness a me show so nim chon bia and wako press conference nsentro for busan say Lamine ya ma injury to saying World Cup obekobi and I say onkobi wan confirm say onkobi wan confirm say obekobi namum o say omni Spain for no ekasa Spanish Federation no mo kasa na owie no chem say de ma Spain Barca for any gene say owie o say I think we will see him at the World Cup etina no kai some best story bim ekacho say Lamine Yamal Barca for communicated to Spanish Football Federation say group games no 2 matches and you're fit for that 2 matches indeed ma amun yusurum our group stages room for 2 matches and no aye and someone a fit Lamine Yamal injury update room eba and on play Hans Flick on Rafinha return and I say oh Rafinha there on jin this your coach be I will say na say the player na Rafinha no player na say or fit to play na ninje say Rafinha I back into the team Danny Alves now I say Oniba Sabiem na no crow I was so captain minim say story when be jam pa Danny Alves say o ba sare dia say me no ntimi nka memum Oniba say obeka I say I can say I love Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the most difficult opponent I have ever faced. He will destroy you. And you're Danny Alves, former player, Emma FC Barcelona. The money story was say Senko Barca, Aseminko Ntiminka. Now only Barca idea. Obeka se odo Cristiano Ronaldo. Afi Oye Obia, Oyerepa, Oma football, yeah, deeper. Emmanuel on that day, and you're Danny Alves, and then some, I don't know, Bernardo Silva to Barcelona, and pay 99.9%. Ningam is subject to Naketia Barca. It will not agree on salary there, and then okay, Jumam at the FC Barcelona. Diego Pablo Simeone, I'll say, young Camo Biante, San Campo, Alexander Solots, Afe, Julian Alvarez, and kokenom omo ye fully fit kra enkene game ye hu omo nyankopon boy na Champions League against Arsenal South Plus no ehu hia no enti onfan konkobo league no ene ensemu a efina so yem etodwa ena no pay na Julian Alvarez ene ni agent awdo no se ano pay yan confirm on the show ema won se omani je masa omani je pa ewo Atletico de Madrid Jose Mourinho onim sa na otwe mu nsɛm na ɛba ne so ɛne afiantu no PS tintin ɛdan a ɛyɛ Jose na wɔso ba ɔse nobody from Madrid has spoken with me ɛne yɛ Jose no ɔse nsɛntwɛfo a mo keka Jose kokoti Madrid Jose ne Madrid awie ɔse mo yɛ ntorofo mo atwa ntoro biem na ɔno ɔne obia ɛni nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ Real Madrid bobo korum na ɔse there is no coach everyone at the club can agree on until I meet with the representatives of the club and then someone uruanom at the most Madrid players especially one more fi Spain and inje Adena Alvaro Arbeloa our team no fi say Alvaro Arbeloa no masa favoritism near Jado na afa Spanish players no come mo boru bi and near Jado Dani Sibayo say makacha say onu penino etia duan mo so ten Madrid players no have a lunch together ningna mo say mo pesa am finishing war the rest of match sakanom am paying to me hia e wo say wie na ya say bubana odansi foro to kure no e ho be hia ama odansi foro ningna ayere story of Hendrick or a player ama Madrid amino ka say obolon ama Olympic Lyon Jamete etem sa Madrid I inform Hendrick say we play massive role e next season massa games we wa obebom alongside with Kylian Mbappe and also Vinicius Junior game you wa I was Vini transfer Mbappe started from the left whole game you wa I was Mbappe transfer na Vini started from the left one after also could anymore as a striker into massa preparedness in over and the Nkoma Madrid and Hendrick ultimate game UEFA I must say the new format of the Champions League Omania je papa sa amade bae sans say ultimus a man for enjoy the Champions League and quite 2-3 matches in the group stages nipano otido no kwano no yenye teams akese omo rich history and the Champions League amabo playoff into every stage beer the Champions League is strong and the UEFA the film asu yem eba no play na Clarence Seedorf so the asemaba Clarence Seedorf say Kvaratskhelia is the best player in the world. Now, Kvaratskhelia and Seedorf say, I don't know as they say, we are singing Onim Bobo. Yanim Komo, I Hans Flick say, Obajili over the weekend, and I say, Onji Ligano over the weekend. Lamine Yama update and in press conference in some way.
It's really nice and I appreciate it a lot what I live every day. It's a really honor for me. When you join a club like Barca, it's always about winning titles. This was our goal with this team and I think we have a great atmosphere in this club, also in the team, in the dressing room, and this is what also I think you can have the best players, but to winning title it's necessary to have the best team. And for me it's important how we manage everything, how we play with each other, for each other. These are the things what counts, and this makes me happy, and they're doing great. They give everything also for this club because it's a great atmosphere, but also everyone here is totally 100%.
It's really nice
with
I appreciate it a lot what I live every day. It's a really honor for me. When you join a club like Barca, it's always about winning titles. This was our goal with this team, and I think we have a great atmosphere in this club, also in the team, in the dressing room, and this is what also I think you can have the best players, but to winning title it's necessary to have the best team. And for me it's important how we manage everything.
What I live every day. It's
Hans Flick manager FC Barcelona nsem enom enya kakra bi ewo Italy na oko AC Milan director Eglita na suya ose Luka Modric obianka na komantoniam Luka Modric best day ama AC Milan eno de fiwom etodwa ene anopay Juventus abusuam yesama schedule meeting with Angelo Stiller Angelo Stiller amone me agent ne be din komom 36.5 million euros release clause and down so now Juventus good news for more and Sam Kenan hear this and Dusan Vlahovic are returning to full training and me koye a day amom Fabregas say PSG and Bayern Munich game no best match washe ewo na brabom and yes says Fabregas and some I don't know boss oko Germany Kingsley Coman and they are two just say only the hopes and say Bayern Munich abusuam won win the Champions League and no yansema Kingsley Coman and so they are two no play on Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa 100.7 and Oyerepa TV where if you visit home. Happy birthday to Mrs. Hannah Sapon or Afuhidim. Visa mame no enti mame mo awoda pa woni so ade hunu na emrem na yedo nyini ebro 100.7 na bibia enkoyie emfa emao enti boss player ehonsem eno no yenyina so anopay na emfa manfa manso nsem ensi enim komo with Kangen Energetic drinking water sima tiawabi na fe boss player and in the team no emra emetwa so yedim komo with Kangen en super Kangen nom na Dr. Ochowo say body alkaline wom no cancer bin chow yade kranchi chow basa isan say alkaline no will fight against diseases. Openi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Say be fine. Ha no pension da foforo.
Sure.
Yintiwe.
Well, now no pay yama Ghana for akwaba na yama wana chimfamra Oyerepa 100.7 on your radio and after live on your television. You pass it through now your day in common within the next 10 minutes. I walk Yenimuyen, Yene, the producers of Kangen and Magic Drinking Water in Sua. The crowd refined alkaline properties are only here at the many pedian and said your boss and so a kind and was a doctor to Warbeck. Amayatia says a baby and honoma Yaria and so alkaline betting at 90 or no my drone a quinipedianima. I beg your pardon, no monsieur, no quinipedianima, and ya say I read me at any pedianiman. Time so that's number ya come what I say, mean soon and yet a drew, but at the internet amount for a normal. Wait to make us and I so bit for no custom and no me ye win a mammy, win a mammy, yes, mammy, and yet emphatic say yes, and yet drew and so I'm quite pa, and yet producing soon and a Kangen machine a family internal and a man soon. And so I dance with G number son of Frey and any among command pay ya share you must say yeah my nationwide delivery but be a will be a yet in Sony be man so they bro but they be announcing in train nationwide delivery and as a delivery in yan drew or so one casabit made or car ba na waba be fat a year wounds you sounds enough your major distributors across the length and breadth of my Ghana and it will be on ma or say a German in Tiwo commerce but then mini commerce and outside commerce Bessidena Menyan Sony be your major distributors were regions district in until Freya. I had a bet sure baby or more a war, not so I can pens when they be out of Freya on 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 and I say 050 73 79 474 050 73 79 474 now what's a many and abon command numbers and also active WhatsApp in JBA or hey if you am on on the internet set what tone so be mabusan for more Ghana and mobetimi afre through WhatsApp call brown free or normal call to save you a lot of time and afi cost na onso wetimini and so mabon komo wa manane na wutie oba Ghana memfa wonso em manam say nsu na ono no ho no ma eboa woni padia na enu nti oba wodi nsu ne bi eba no ye wo in a form in a shape of Kangen and Magic drinking water na onso water na one of ade se ebeboa ye woni padia because our pH of 7.5 and 8.5 and World Health Organization any FD more Ghana hanum say amayata says in subi en hono ma so be no ma the pH below this figures ya mabobo and time to that number ya mawati says and so now one how well are you informed the pH level that is saying ya kind of times without number amany party are saying and church and education e kwa the ebeko ni pede ne mu bia na obi are very particular about it and can nuane aye the solid food ning na ye particular about it to ti make us aduane we medium mo ame aduane we medium mo ame san so na wonsuo na wonom how more particular and I also hear about it. Inti say na wo this solid food. Na sa solid foods na wo di no. We are very particular about it. Say kuni pedem na ebe ha me wa. Sounds na wonsu a wonom na we say no so we are very careful who say nsuo bi akeke and a wonom because the modern day foods aduane na ye di no dodo na containing acid. It is a wonu nsuo na say no so say acid a. Ya de say ebe ha ye woni pedem nti man nsuo keke bi anko woni pedem mu a eye below this number see amabobo. And me say so bi World Health Organization any FDA. Ya see nsuo was a quanipedian ni pH. You can say nsuo pH, that is the concentration. That's in nsuo no alkaline, acid, and I say neutral. Say alkaline, ubon say a deep blue. The pH and I say ni figure na be 7.5 8.5 na kese no ni hia de mani pediano but then the pH no e wo form a dey say be yellowish in nature but say neutral a be deep green cry the one you or the other say oh ya be na alkaline but say ya acid cry there and no dey say en hia emfa emma woni pediano na ene ye ne wo bon komo afa ekwan pa can't another drinking water fast so boy and upon modern home and sem and I hope here say ni nipa benya ho de na de wujuma de bia o pese won so mode edi nti kan na ehye na so sa nti yase amama nka ma asem ya we but yanka say nsuo no ya dura na say sai ya but onoma ana nutrients ana simple properties e kran nti no etimi di sa dwuma de automatically wa bra wonpo mwani ema ho so na yase ya de yase can't another drinking water or no a to improve on your blood viscosity. Near cast viscosity, I did a person a chair. I did be mu draw na say emuha into yasi moja a what ni pedianimono. I was say mu etim ayaha, not etimid fusan ne quanipedian aqua baby. I say mu a dua and then sometimes will be on a ma on a mana sort on a mosin and sa ayetiti and I say I did some moja one in pedianimono. Into me near fusan I have viscos emu ayedu into a sonum can't another drinking water and non properties set microcluster you see nsuo ne nani wosuso na ne rani pedie na matimi ebu raba bia because fa kanje machine ma ayade se nsuo no anyone ebeye minute ye kasa minute ebeye enketenkete intena no pay sa blood viscosity no onumbi na aboa in that manner sanso na afi yesi sanso wo defend say antioxidant properties are free radicals are the pedian encounter no and also aboa na automatically no all normal improve on it intena we here so be hydrate very well na kasa free radicals are cell a basic need of life ni pedua bia enso e wo cell e wo mu eno na store energy na udidi a basic food nutrients in pediano through the cells na absorb na later in pediane pa release and so kama e de ama eye woni pedian na se cell no ho sha se techema yesi ye de dia friend say oxidative stress eba ebeto eye ni pediano so na the very moment a cells na be mixing in an electron ho be hia so be hia an antioxidant menon so ebe donate electrons ni bi e de ama messing electrons na a balance no ama no aye pepe in that proportion inti yesi the very moment and the pedian be sha say go under this condition there will be a messing electrons no and that cells na sha say air damage into onum kanjin and energy drinking water cross our refined antioxidant properties no I idea say aboa na ene ama cells na anasem proportionally no etimi ade no enso ababa sounds na free radicals there outside woni pediano ye will fumes say free car mase eba ya boy excessive keyword here is excessive fertilizers ye de gu enobaye enso so indoor pollutants ni nyina some of the free radicals akoni pediani ma enye emfa mani pedian onom kanjin and not drinking water no eboa na detoxify toxins bi a woni pediani mu and times that number dodo na seek for medication at the long term no adunsun so bo na ebebra ye woni pediani nti ene nso na wonom na eboa toxins afi woni pediani mu say nso na wonom eboa to improve on your hydration. Also about to improve on digestion. And unima insu a part and parcel of digestion process. Se answer na aduane ebe boa na ebe yam ye wo ni pediane mu no. I guess se onnom insu and insu na wonnom na insu ben insu ne pH na sen na esi etia. How well are you informed? Inti anom insu bi akeke gia numbers no fra ye na ne yam nkomo on 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 91 and I think 050 73 79 474 050 73 79 474 na what's me any anabo and komo you say a sound so mensu kra one of its fine properties say antioxidant fighting against their friend say aging and say wrinkles so be onoma obo se nani ma sha say emwa who say nani no wrinkles a sha say the bank eba honom onom kanje na adu drinking water no sa how the timi boa e free honom you say a sound so energy improver and say it improves on your energy condition so obenom energy drinks ahodo nom e work caffeine what assets a woman or the nom kanjen and actually drinking water and as into a board to improve on your hydration into the BIA case into a one yes into come kekene do and a one nom improve on your energy level and in I dare see here and so at the ma a year winipedian into and also kai na a shannon so pa and so yeah for mam sounds enough say board for bone density because a crack calcium potassium and there's some mineral content in a one no onoma in that proportionally no and my own say more so I the internet time so that number you can and I say recommended calcium say who be here and so at the amount nipediano na na proportionally e bi o kanjin na drinking water mu and am say some mineral content na you produce in so you make sure say you see the other process na take away all the mineral content you just some mineral content na and so the must ne be ya aduane bi a wudi a o pay the basic food nutrients no sounds now no kanjin na drinking water some basic nutrients wo insuo mu the others na deprive one we amount na proportionally G numbers no fragment any and among komo and I pay a nationwide delivery but then say no so bit me the one kasa car and swap by your Bremen UGC about our roof ubisa kanjin na drinking water obian so bet your length and breadth of our mine Ghana your major distributors and so our honomo se kumasi mpona wuni a mfa hone baby a we major distributors no wo frey an office line see am the babe to ja finally a one me bet share wo honomo na won so wanyan so ni be frey and any among komo on 0241 449191 0241 449191 and I face 050 73 79 474 050 73 79 474 050 73 79 474 now near na bon come na no pay a nationwide delivery maka ha wall inform and I won't so na one no why na pay ya show the intel was on kanjen na you drinking water because a pH of 7.5 8.5 na no and so ne here at the ma woni pede nti say oh up tier for the best na ko ni pede ani ma emwa because doctor to work come here say be bia ni ho na ma alkaline wa ya we betimi at now and kanjen ekura all the alkaline content that you need
yeah that's yima that's an ebese share sure. Na yedi nkomo ewo kanjin for aswe nti kanjin eye energy drinking water omo aswe ene yedi ani echi ebeda baba isa so ase se odi ewura nkofo nkros na afin sebe wo ho nyina no sports lawyer ede aguo amaye danger man atena se bavo akwa aba bibia bokode
boss nyame adom me ho ye eno manto nka
enura no ne nhye
wa medu ntem onya sa onya nko
mentimi anko enura no na de ni nhye danye good on say from enura chi anwumre 6 ebe pim enura wia 1 na many light
no light yasemo
but omoso on the one de anopa ya mefifi no
e da so ubekwakoto
nti ebesi su se ya de a no mampanyi ma ha me bebo na baso
ubekwakoto
ah bebo na baso
ubekwakoto
se
almost of a major part of the problem
tina me ka se ebesi su se ya de a
yes KUS girl bi young beautiful lady gan wolf oh owi e kwa nche
on the course of
you can know attachment no one was some problem no
oh yeah sure
Sami ebe provide the picture no I'm a president mama class o mo for the mom straight immediately
not so straight out
president mama ne gana ko picture was we no mom director no ko bisa say the CV when Africa the baby ya was started mama mutwa ne ka
KNUST
what KNUST
young Nkrumah University of Science and Technology
young beautiful girl
asama can ba for
Sami na ka kire me say obo am so me boa hey oh Sami na some mess away
oh picture no
oh the chairman
okay
Sami the picture chairman me hu one president mama
I say now the ekwa man for so me dey me hu ye
wabi yes wabi
me hu ye but
oh What the current crowd?
What is next year? Some birthday.
Intimate. Me see born for the picture into man. The program here is Papa Intine to swap.
The producer,
the man himself. Yes. Baby, I'm cover picture with you.
Obejuma 6. No upon 6
to 6.
But Obe free her 9.
Oh, I said a minute neko.
3 only neko.
There be a minute neko. Said it's now yasan. Bibiania or the coffee. That's a high bond. Thank you for this. This is nice.
No.
This is F4 Japasu.
Is a nice F4 sir.
Me pa cho ye the F4 sir. One take program
action na.
One take program yi.
F4.
And F4
that's what provide me back.
Our office arrange.
Our office one more.
F4 baby you trust that.
Adwa F4 channel.
You two baby national.
Onu kwa baby no see ye we dey wa ba yo kan say akafie kokra ba dey mesra mo.
Baby can baby you trust that.
Baby no. Da bi nkofo ba ma F4 di.
Also that show so.
Nti me dey 2 year 80 post when say program here dey da o mutie no papa wo ya.
Yes.
Nti
F4 ya me show. Na o man kwate.
Esremo bon je nyina so record na fa ya de ma ye.
Efo
jakwasu no.
Twama ye se see twa video no. Efo no, yes, that is the man. Sabon Mensa. Ha, that's the man.
Oh, but the Niger.
We controversial. I dey put so beka. Who do so ka no the best on beka. Anna, we NDC to the core.
Of course.
We NDC to the core.
No, you cover it.
Eno ye outside.
Na say kwa no issue bi ba ye. E ma obi ka so no ye NDC ni kire ese ono. E mo ka so betu ma woni pakro no.
Eno ye outside this guy.
Na bi nyina dey kan say dey birthday.
Officer you hu a wolf in a sheep.
Efo Yamensha Samuel K Mensa.
Mr. Samuel K Mensa.
Na oma nkwatenten.
Yes. Special birthday.
Yes, o won kwa.
We a great guy but hard.
O adinyi na.
Everyone wants to run pa studio.
Emmanuel Mate or say
also this guy ba.
What he is saying is true. The president have ordered ECG boss to appoint her as ECG staff.
Not just a staff.
She's doing her national service over there.
National service.
Okay, Ima yeda.
She's on internship.
So there.
Oh, Sami private Indiaba. Sami phones.
Yentoaso.
Me Sami phones no dey tell me.
Nti efri eye enwia 1.
Yeah.
Ebesi na no pay there. Say for like bare 1 month.
The
longest a year. Like Tejina so pa no. Enwia 1.
Thanks to that beautiful lady.
Ebepim na no pay bare 6 and me 50.
Oh, we better
me complain bia.
We enjoy.
Me my bre na me ya.
Me complain bia.
Oda come fa ho na
me generator so disturb me. Na me yewon hweji na see manage ni sa but Wednesday she said etimi gina so dia ye bebo mampanyi mama ba so
oh that be gina so
no say
me de gina so
ye bebo minister for energy
gina po
ye bebo na ba so na ye ba santimantemu asema ka cho say Ashanti region ye ba politics mu a ye president ye regional minister
now no elite na fa no be
hey bafo
onye ho hwe
na wo ya regional minister na Tikoma na edum lighter wo so untu ho na mo
onye light no ho
wo tu ho na mo
even the party chairman kwa na kwasi kra
of course they dey watch but just asem they can hear no jawa
talking about what the
about omo light no the president the minister of energy and that beautiful young lady asa
and president of Ashanti region omo nyina no ye bebo mo ba so
onka
ye penny say me ade ba kwa mempe when it comes to politics they say problem ba problem ba na a problem affect your mind nyina no our party just the aton chen
what is it
because do so e ba yi bafo yen so NDC for light enum MPP for there
obi the message abro
o de mesum yen so NDC for light so NDC supporter na wo de ofie ya ma wo light na edum MPP for there wo ye MPP ni susu a
enjoy light achepa
yen so wo de ya kodum NDC for there ade bo ho national issue
we nye party
yen fa nye politics
no okay
yen fa nye politics nti ene di animu ne behwe se de besi akọ ebe monitor ya sede ene se bibi to chima e wo mem ha na bibi nkoya microphone kitwa ye si enimi ani padoma twahye a omo mu tie radio omo mu hwe TV esi use microphone no na yesu ye kasem because last week Saturday after program course we are no ya say do be politics here no be politics na be buza say masa our light o say do me light am say kate no
ai twa so he ya
because woni bibi so mi bi
na me
o do be kan no to me de make kasa
but so we na say we no nye that doom so be an first we know to there was a genuine issue but people were trying to make political cover out of that
yankasema kieti ha na edi 1 year
oh dabi
asempa na
there was a problem na
akomia say what excuses na no dey man there the noise or the voices I think that's the correct word the voices from Ghanaians
when pressure come so
but it wasn't like say
it is not
you're doing power you need capacity you need time some people were making that argument there I say abano inisika and over
no but that wasn't the case
the case was that
that may not be the case
concern.
In as much as that may not be the case the excuses were pointing to that direction. You allow people to raise all this issue with regards to capacity, with regards to finance,
but what I heard,
all those kind of things.
I didn't hear lack of capacity.
At the end of the day, it is almost resolved, and that is what is most important.
We don't need it because bosume so mojo marketia.
But it's all boy ECG. ECG you need go for that's all bomb about.
2026.
Is he not working
69 years since independence? We near last.
About 40 is 40. When is about 40
last.
And 40 there. And there's something you cannot control.
Ghana nkwa and you use electricity. Tiasa mekani. Nya Ghana nkwa ni use electricity.
Okay.
Nya Ghana nkwa ni beti nya electricity fort. America ni UK mu no use electricity.
Omukwa the light no use more sin ye.
But there is always a solution.
And that solution ana umunya no.
Ebi ne enu asema na menu ebi ka. Say maya ama. Asofo for create key advantage. What is America ni bompa so be so ba Africa da?
Yeah, boss, but somebody get na brain.
What is America ni bompa so be bra wa Africa?
Oh, so it's kind of
let's America for mba. America for Ghana.
Okwa sorry dem so for bompa ye man so be bra.
Ye be dan hu see ni ho.
Esu da bia Ghana for ni egu sorry dem bompa ye se be.
Ghana president we.
Eh because of say dem was ye man nti. The bia ni egu asori dem ni bompa what is say UK ni bi so gina asori dem bompa so be so oba Togo
okọ na ehia no nti we egu so
be ehia no nti egu so ni aje the passport what be that
it the passport go ni about passport na no nti we
because of bad leadership na mama ye do sa stage no it mo hwe na mo nyo man ni 69 years ye ntimi nye we a ye nto aso
but the lady na ba
dana
onya beautiful
oh why are there but omo hwese ye koye nim no ye hu sa anwom
from KUS to where after where in the service we pa where na we free education for ni bia
danger
post for the president
we free education for ni bia we dey na
enko
and na abo na ma se you na solution
yanko na he na be fa yanko
oh boss ni fa de ye o ba bi bebre fa ne e ma wre mfi se house e ba brankese
okay
so much
me amenwa Kojo be was you guys can join Joel from Monday Kojo ade ye national
you join Joel bia yes we dey
Joel semo
yes we dey higher dey we
yo platform
ya no teso
ade ha Ghana for as you ni edum light as sports na uti obede no wati Kojo light semo
obese ye edi
ba for yanko
edi boss house Barbara nkese okay I am very important match for both teams no Obia will have to show say or person top 4 no at least or can hold there then so Obia making a case in this game you better want some
she's thinking of
and na ye afofida boss and no afofida no unique because particularly reserved for workers who say holiday and no there for some other purposes be a Christmas will be a Eid Fitr no Eid Adha no will be a and as for Muslims and as bibisa ebia Independence Day obia but enra no was specifically for adwumayefo say mo am ye adwuma yenim se afi ni nyina ma ya adwuma mo fa da we hu me na afi mo ntoa mo nya hoden sa ntoa adwuma no so the same enra people were working at the Ghana Football Association Secretariat lenti ase
oh
I don't know oh
it was a private Ghana Football Association
and other woman workers
no say
I don't think they worked
into my adwuma into mo
a private
into mo na say private anya adwuma
but said there were other radio stations also here adwuma almost there na be kan fa
and them tell me be say me ntiase me so obi o ya adwuma bia me ntiase
your radio stations are people were working doing their normal programs
how na me asem ne won the normal programs you say yeah hey yes share me in such a way that ebinumu ye famu kakra bia one hour be two be say the holidays ye be famu ye cry almost be ya be kakra na yeko so atase dey ni nyan fa nye the normal programs no bia sports kakra bi news kakra bi bia nyom kakra no bobo na they said that nye intensive said that but the GFA worked
I never very tom the buy
and when
they've worked earlier on normally or just produce the verdict
and no
so I think the one person secretary general secretary meet me about. So it wasn't that they were sitting there as we are working now. But what you say? They are Omaya Jumano and Enano Omba out with the verdict. Verdict the communicating a particular person. No, Eddie about. Oh, such man Omaya previous. I cannot pinpoint a
so allow me to use the NRA because what is here? You cannot tell us on Monday or on Tuesday. I'm not talking about case so I'm not speaking to the committee's work. Say committee no koye adwuma. I'm talking about the secretariat. I'm not talking about the committee could have even worked yesterday because it's a committee.
Was it GFA work?
Yes, so I'm talking about the administration. I'm talking about the administration arm of the federation. I'm not talking about the particular committee.
I don't think there's a big
media. I feel in my thinking because boss, many workers say they couldn't change before. I could try hotel as I'm talking to you. They couldn't Chelsea a Poku hotel
for the
game against Hawaii United.
Oh, there's a day. One at Ghana how wouldn't say oh lega no babu yomo. And I saw
because they have all the teams until Enra will be traveling to the venue and has been traveling to the venue. Mama Manon yet look like as a Poku Chelsea and Komoko the first time.
Now give me that ben.
What's it?
Now give me that ben.
Even from the FE when they were doing the fixtures, even from the FE. A do venue for Hoho United ne Brekum Chelsea. So much city venue.
But the fixture was stated.
Yes.
Now I feel saying just for you.
Because near Banu. You know, I say if a better venue. And if you don't much dreams are, say the only dreams are. If you know, Temamuko, you could have been said, if you are much, Omukobon war, Swodro, and Amukobon Accra. So, but it was
wouldn't say two previous matches not was do the way away. Wouldn't say two previous matches not was do. So maybe yeah, will be a whole bar that may Buku. Well, Tina me person me catcher will say, maybe information I'm checking and pay. I'm talking about this morning. From Brekum, Chelsea, the sources within. I catch me say, Omo ye contingency arrangement because Omo pay situation whereby that's why yes, man come lose points no. And I'm saying that if this verdict was coming, let's say I so I'm not so say Monday, say Tuesday, say Wednesday. They waited till Friday a holiday and communicated it. By that time, no, Tibia or yes serious or Okobo match biano. 100 crown at least hotel arrangement there. No, I had to go.
On committee cash. Because by Friday,
we hotel
I forget the club. We reservation to hoping say Abia Anka and then Anka Badia Abia but a buy and one almost space I had one to communicate with the hotel no to tell the hotel say Yentimi
who say a idea akosi a negligence. Umpeso beja to Misa.
No, I don't know.
But for Yantuaso.
Anti boss, you are the kind of so wasem.
Okay.
Verdict no so aba. It was an expected verdict.
Yeah, 3 years out of Ghana. 1 million Ghana cedis buy no edema finish on farmer clubs no
some famra
some for scan back
na for no how for no response be very interesting enti ba e ka ho asem
that ye no money
enti how for no e response be
na one call takwa
takwa so ho be boil during the week na go stars for no catch them me ankasa go stars me be catch them say omu hia a number 1 referee in Ghana and then free and fair officiating. Believe we said with that it's a game that can be for anybody.
Go stars.
Go stars. Almost say a league winning crash and a fixture and a eba so consider no. This fixture a league winning fixture. Obi obeshe bia no e place you the bia ultimate kwaji league no. Because many media mania kasana me boba at least Go Stars ni told me said this is what they've been asking for the FAs or money. Minimum referee omo ayi omo so mo di match no. But Go Stars for believe say so munya fair officiating.
Go Stars ne media ma de. Omo you no mo di referee ye de.
Omo di referee ye de. Na say bon referee be di.
Nti omo nya na de ebeba bia mre.
They don't think they be I say a referee or the temperament to handle such games.
That I agree with you 100%.
Omo anim bi omo ye till they do that time na no money abre. Ye bibia. Omo anim bi omo ye say omo referee say nya tumi. Na referee ye de omo ye Ghana.
Say tin omo raise fingers.
Say won ya so omo raise.
Hey. Ti wuti wana say bia be woni na waten ho na be woni so.
Bia be. Omo nyina omo de wo money. Obia de woni yonko ani.
It goes out for some prefer officiating. They want the referee or what the temperament, the ability, the capacity to handle such big fixture because we know who come now catch them young referee bia only need the temperament now. Menka say catch them your phone be intimidating but those that don't have the temperament or handle such matches. And I have seen media match for video on my ear. I almost say the stadium should be painted yellow and move. Some color no say say friend move. Na move ni move say ni na
be
sir. Okay, move. Move yellow and move into no. Say Go Stars for you to me say match na omo ko no ombeko no. Omo supporters ni ba bi ntina because why am madada. Now when me say this fixture another characteristics. The other characteristics of the fixture is that a Western derby. Omu nyina ya Western regional clubs. Em say baako Western North if I'm right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And baako deep inside proper Western.
Yeah, I know ya Mediama.
Nti Western derby.
Na North near
Go Stars. But a Western derby. And no wo. The Premier League has stayed in the Western region for the past 3 seasons or so, if I'm right. Because Mediama Samates Go Stars and na see one of them ebetima ade akona akoye 4 no enti eno kwa in itself no eso so make another statement one of them will want to make it na Go Stars the end says omutimi ji they made it a double 2 seasons continuous enti fixture way it comes with everything in it. It comes with everything in it. Just say, referee corner. She said, "I'm so many but referee corner the match na mano no." As I said, and they or call the software called Jim Pai Bokakra.
BBNC.
Boss.
Obedi awia free ho men ore.
Enti on Jim Pai Bo.
Obedi awia.
Say, nyame won konkro money ho ban.
Omosu mi enu nya referee no. No fa adwunu mu fine.
Enti when the man in Pai Bo ni hia no. Say be ya say obi frɛ no a obetime dina pintin 18 team na enso hwɛ no
o man na frɛ o
ene
revis no man na frɛ o
ene afọ mpa banu kwa hia mo say be ya ono onya temptation so ko frɛ obi a
oye wadwen so be ye de obe ya na wa hwɛ hu so ye
because Go Stars for say suntu dia to am de beba ne mum de nam so beba no onwie
eye game kese e be koso ene Go Stars ene Mediama na LED Ghana Premier League eba March they say was say 20 say and I try 20.
Saka 5 matches.
Aka 5 matches.
And you about 24. 29 now.
You're 29.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Nti you be head be see e wo ho. Ti ba for your bar. You be head nyinem referee a obedi Gold Stars ene mediema no Nathan Anafo. Oh. Ono ene bedi sa game no.
Oh, that's why I did.
Okay. And so ni J Kreku the second sports complex. Gabriel Opoku Ahen ene be center referee wo ho. Nations FC Senior Crowds of Folk. Rastum Gameli Senagbe ene center referee. Charles Bulu ene bedi Samates ene Basake Holy Stars. Na Africarela United ene Young Apostles. Jacob Eduntera center referee. Franklin Akumate bejina mfifi Abre Duana ene Heart of Lions edi AC ene na Adari Abdul Latif Dreams FC ene Asante Kotoko ewo Tuba AstroTurf eho ena sa game we ebekoso ade ba akoso a eba mo hwema me anopai hwe ya se mawuli wayo ha team no na se goals do
6 goals
6 goals ena Kotoko so top scorer yan
Kotoko top scorer
Donzu
Samba ya
we match sense
5 Samba ni Donzu
vade nyakopo defender ade akura se na esi kurumai
na we always were repeating in 2 seasons for us.
Say House of Folk top scorer.
6
goals.
Last season 6. This season 6.
Hey, so this you still counting. I got 5 matches.
6 so far.
And 6 so far.
6 so far.
I dey am say baby a problem.
I say mo.
House top scorer share 6 goals. Kotoko top scorer share 5 goals.
Hey, na league ni munya top scorer share sen. I'm say 12 goals.
We dey inform on tunche because afọ baby anyo mekeka akono ena obi kan say ye nyina ya mfe ho anyima Kotoko ne house no ye be hu ano mama Ghana ball na gu House top scorer 6 goals Kotoko top scorer 5 goals hey kabi yakwaba ana obi bia be kan san na yakwaba
oh so kwaba dia be twen na me dia ma dia no ne any goal start dia na me ka say is the referee dia nyamba Nathan Anafo, right?
Nathan Anafo.
He's been around for some time.
Yeah.
Quite some time. To him the right thing is oh yeah. What's a who took or craft not to money so for?
Yeah.
So who took for some craft in your referee? But I also oh honest or conscience correctness also integrity who here what. So be approach you fee. Knowing the magnitude of the match na at the honor. Eh? Men ko frɛ obi. That's why no referee that's why na ye ko frɛ na chairman. Ye na ye ba o any ho ahwan no o frat me kofra waiting so me na me bedi mu match what I say the what o ko home wona so home won tie nkomo no nyende na me delay what we afra waiting no me na me ko di match no a game we die efi no e so many ko ho no make sure say at least you benya clean and fair officiating you we are nya a team or we know deserves or G League, you know. Because the league now no is in limbo. League now you're correct because I was looking at the league table. The Belgian league only 70 points. The Belgian league and Ghana league don't count you I think points in your 102. What I say? 102. Then that make us say you play once man now or say you league in competitive now make us say I'm just say you don't share or don't walk with them. No be no you go sense to because the same as man. League a bar. The top is 53, right? It would have for 15 points in our can. But for 53, no add that 15 points in our can. Will not be up to 70. It is a nice one. The count to be 102. What if you look at the core but and yet they say Gold Stars or medium or make my winning order 5.5 matches no so. What I said to me, I thought of Fanny Amon. By now, they will bet me. I don't know, the team is not a G League, no crown. You're modern bono, I didn't compete to Africa. No, I didn't compete to Africa. Don't you? Yes, you're back in Ghana, idea on Western region, dominating in league, you know, for the past 3 seasons. I caught 4th. But they are failing to make an impact in Africa.
Something that
ehia ti referee a okodi game no onwene Ghana ho na ọma ye hu say at least say football no ekosoro a referee adwuma kora be kosoro mo
okay
enye ne
ye ba hwɛ other seasons I ball Ghana Premier League mo number of points the league winner inya the winning league no near they compare this season there
no well the past 5 seasons keke
ma refi say last season Go Stars energy Ghana Premier League omo je abrombo 34 games no munya 63 points and omo de je eje nti de ho eno no Obed
yes sir
yenkoi
jibo yemma obi akwaba na jibo so da yeah so matches na baso this weekend now the amount common here then here say some of the leagues have been decided inti ebi wo down to the Europa League ebi down to the I can't say to the Champions League spots no and a major talking point Oshe Italian League in say Christian Kivu any Inter Milan jibo mathematically omonje but realistically unless something magical they be Siama Napoli it may be league ni dey from onsa because check a league table now what you realize that Inter Milan were 79 points and Napoli were 69 points into a 10 points and or maybe more with 4 matches left because I'm about 34 and Tiaka 4 so mathematically total number of points and Napoli beat me up 12 in the remaining 4 matches so should Inter Milan fail to do anything magical next one beat me about close to 10 points and that is a year mathematically into make us say intangible but realistically so here the Inter Milan team the sort of
Napoli 4 games aka no omo bokumo ene na omo Bologna next week e wo home no mako Pisa away no mo last league game omo ne Udine
good
ene bebo games we dey nya possible so benya 12 no
until I make us say realistically obetimi aka say Inter Milan agi league no especially after enedi ewie ne crowd ya na say ewie weekend yi dia na adwuma na si but before say bebo weekend you look at the Inter Milan team last year Simone Inzaghi jomo in a very wonderful space we had time obefa team ni baby oje team no a team that places second in Europe that is the Champions League no mudi second and with this were positive signs say afi some bomb modern they can do wonders and it's a Christian Kivu abesomo Jibodi or Mobabeji. So Napoli is not going to defend the title mathematically, but you be training in our copy. Jibo you have free my baby and come on back a Juventus Como AS Roma. I'm more fighting for the last slot because AC Milan, yes, still mathematically, I'm going to change Juventus just 3 points. It means that 4 matches now can AC Toto Papa Soa and you're betting about Sessa. But so Ocean Comonuma Jibo, Eben you're betting me a change. It doesn't look likely. So come back to Juventus with 64, Como with 61, and AS Roma with 61. And I'm going fight for the last slot when it comes to the Champions League. They not talking point, elsewhere in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich for then you look at Barcelona. Playing Osasuna, Real Madrid playing Espanyol. Jibo, you say points in Barca for Nibianom Gusu. The fear was so the injury told Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Robert Lewandowski this season. Barca for clearly, you know as a rotational player because of his age and injuries. Nanka chance for Palma Madrid because Omsa Rodrigo Pradia. Say Kylian Mbappe so pra o check Kylian Mbappe official about Madrid in the last 2 years we pra 13 times but Tibu nanka Madrid enim hone say Jude Bellingham so pra there but Madrid had a chance but clearly they did not live up to that expectation. They had issues with coaching, control in the dressing room, teamwork and understanding, excellent bonding, cracks and conflict minina nyoma we a etimi akwa saa nyoma na ba aba club your friend Real Madrid. In Tijibo, they've had their own issues this season. And no moment me and Chelsea, the Spanish La Liga, as compared to previous times. Now, no me share Madrid team no. And who say on social media, people still feel the biggest problem for Madrid is the inclusion of Kylian Mbappe. As same way, I have a different opinion to that. Those here draw the problem chart of Madrid. Mbappe inclusion, not Mbappe as a person, but the inclusion in the process and the timing. There were certain factors there. But I'll still stand by baby Amijina free tete. Number one, Madrid any world class defenders. You can talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold, but the level of inconsistency, any performance at Trent man any world class. Trend in this world, especially last season, modern Obama Liverpool the Premier League, champions the above first stage, that top. He's a super right back, but of course Madrid on consistent into ultimate deliver that world class performance. Though there is time because I feel no bad here. Into Bibia Treso be tumpon the modern Bakonanim, but there are still question marks with the right back position. A similar story goes to the left back and the 4 and 5 partnership. Eda Militao has been inconsistent because of injuries. Obenya Marco Asensio making elementary mistakes when Timian grew as a center back. Jibo Uremuko Rahu Asensio rather who caught the next person. Obeka Rudiger, David Alaba, Eda Militao, all these guys need Dean Huijsen, for instance. My argument be with a Madrid fan. Said Dean Huijsen na makwako fanaban. He's a promising talent, but he's not the ultimate solution or the last piece of the puzzle or the Bekanwama equation are solving. Because Jibo se minu mienu Bekano kra. Last season in the Premier League, near the top 5 best defenders and Dean Huijsen in Kahon. Last season in the Premier League. So Obo Saliba, so Obo Ruben Diaz, say Obo even Josko Vardio for Manchester City, say Obo Gabriel, now about Virgil van Dijk. There's nowhere the Huijsen in the Premier League. Yeah, can the best defenders are. It's so far Branty and ba. Now Castle Bana wa ban into Madrid the chiro problems in our where you are making a big mistake. He will grow to become one of the best centre backs, especially when you roll as a good passer of the ball. But they say established centre backs are. Senka Madrid call Manchester City no kofa Ruben Diaz baya. Which was in the mood. Of our Josko Vardion about Musin Mudu. Senka Saliba na Gebrobia. And now Van Dijk be even Konate Impa. And yet the Hoist independent. So the first problem of Madrid, defense. Now their midfield is lacking the Toni Kroos Luka Modric element. Obi en kasa asemno. Jibo, they na me catch us all Bayern team na Joshua Kimmich control ball na when the keke. 17 control ball no PSG in fin say yes. Player na ye adwuma no. O create or breaky defensive line, especially in the middle zone, together with Joao Neves. Sheba Fabian Ruiz fit obo. Emre Zahid Eugene Muyema PSG. Zubimendi didn't decline rise in the beginning of the season. And Zubimendi say when the season started, Jibo, they were just a delight to watch. Se Pedri Frankie De Jong Sparkip or Mejumano or Bastone and Finfinwa. You see the magic how put you up. Why now bit me a kebi say over Madrid in Finfinwa yes Juman. It's see another problem at that. Then the third one is leadership. Leadership from the coaching department and leadership from the playing body. Madrid has always been a clubber. So we play as a national team. We do a bit many captains, bear 3, sometimes 5. Our winning about Madrid team. No. When you talk about Luka Modric, when you talk about Ramos, when you talk about Pepe, you talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, you talk about Gareth Bale, you talk about Karim Benzema, Oka Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Marcelo, Dani Carvajal. These were matured minds. ano musia kaima Madrid Ramos kwa betimi abanim ho samo prebon oba beji free kick no ba bebo penalty oba beji abo there are times ono abeji akase we na mbo penalty no without the instruction from the coach they had leaders Yibo and Ocean Madrid team na leadership net saying especially Omosama Alonso ebe replace Carlo Ancelotti. The shoes of Ancelotti was huge for a coach like Alonso, especially when it comes to management of a dressing room, a divided dressing room. Now he Alonso flew another Abeloraba. Say ni Jana Kran a yenu to asheda. So leadership is also one issue, but we don't talk about that. Enti Mbappe di ho, but Sanyoma we nyina di Madrid di nya this season. And the only man common yehu. Then now, so too, Jibo, now me had debut with this Madrid team. The timing of the inclusion of Kylian Mbappe was wrong. Makasa anyoma me saying in our defense, not having the Toni Kroos, Luka Modric replacement leadership. No, Jibo, the timing was wrong. So call basketball, a team here from franchise from Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Now from 2015. At the Barber 2020, they were dominating the basketball. NBA and they were on top. Benya Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Kevin Looney, Klay Thompson, and Anthony Waba Semijibo. Omone Cavs that time na LeBron mu team no. Omu 2015, and in 2016 after going 3-1, LeBron bete MBA 4-3 for the Cavs. Steph Curry was the leader of the team. Made a bad football. I'm a Madrid for that year. He personally, or no leader of the team, no. Echo the management to catch him say, Uko Okesia, Kevin Durant, Omun Konam Kofa Durant and Braham Becca, Omu Golden State Warriors team, no, because they need him to continue their dominance. After Sena, Omu lose 4-3 to the Cavs. That was the NBA final.
LeBron was free.
Is it? Oh, is it or Lakers? And now share Houston Rockets. Alma qualified for the semi-final of the Western Conference. Jibo, or no a leader no, decided say he will make space by sacrificing some of his role to stay back. He will take a back step for Kevin Durant to come and lead the team because they needed him to the next level, to move to the next level. And Jibo, there's a documentary where they were talking about how unselfish are now Steph Curry, Jama Kevin Durant, Bemu. Because no so creates our space to include him. Send your team to be stronger. There's a story of Dwayne Wade, Miami Heat. I also take pay cut. Jibo, on quite to the extent of taking pay cut. He was leading the Miami Heat. Not much the championship, dada. But catch Miami Heat in penny for say. Omunkofa LeBron James in Beckham Miami Heat team no. Into no decided so betting pay so. Send your bet me LeBron Keye for him to stay in the team for them to win championship. You see the difference. The leader of the team acknowledge say Yahweh. Oba the Ebama bomodin be a mere leader and must sacrifice the amano. Now me must stay back. No a leading team no. I'm ready to assist. I am ready to dribble and pass. Everything that will make him the face of the franchise. Send your bedin kunim, I'm ready to do that. Taking a back step as a leader. Now I am Madrid. And in all those two cases, now make our NBA no. So two teams need a better championship.
Yeah, it's when you shoot Danny Cavaya and Arnold as an example. A year what you see.
Good. And
Cavaya, captain of the team. Winning a lot of trophies.
Good.
They drew point to be. Wajiatum say and the Real Madrid right back position.
Yeah, my trend.
Wafa for a long period near man or the more.
On sa MBNC. Now let's come to Vinicius, Jude Bellingham, Mbappe, Rodrigo. Before say Mbappe ban. Now Madrid at the Champions League. Now Madrid at the Spanish La Liga. NBA Diana Menma winning ano. Now they were losing. Though they were a great team, but they were losing. And the team acknowledged that they need this person for us to move to the next level. So I have Madrid boys with moi. Some and say Omgua before Mbappe bana. At no point in time no more acknowledge say they need Mbappe to go to the next level. It was a move from the top, which was imposed on them.
Jude Mbappe.
They were okay. Jude Bellingham no were winning Spanish La Liga Player of the Season. Vinicius Aje UEFA Champions League Player of the Season. I'm a Ballon d'Or plus here Robin. They had won the league and the Champions League. So what checking Mbappe so baby Obiana. So check France 2022 or check World Cup 2018. What you realize is that Olivier Giroud, Griezmann decided to sacrifice for Kylian Mbappe. So has our France team in the pair year. They were no more track back. Ebe come out with the Pogba. Any Kante so that Mbappe be stay up front. Olusubo na e kwaji abreno no. Enya no bi na course e course o madu sese. So those players until Olivier Giroud World Cup one share single goal. He decided to sacrifice for Kylian Mbappe. The same thing as Griezmann, making him the face of the team. And when Messi, Neymar, Eka Mbappe who PSG, guess what happened? FI and Anfa. Because at that point, nobody wanted to sacrifice for anybody. They were all big boys. And when Messi and Neymar call on Nasabe, the face of the team, where everybody was serving him.
Okay.
Into Kai on Enrique video no. Enrique was telling him to also serve others as a leader. Be ready to serve others, not everybody serving you in that video.
My member boy Francis message you na eka o discussion I would be or say I don't agree with Uber that Madrid didn't work on their defense to be able to compete. But Madrid has always been the same with Militao, Rudiger, and Arden Dinhoysen. One can't say it's bad like that. Mbappe's inclusion has brought imbalance up front for Madrid and has not brought up the best from Vini, and that's why we continue to say adding Mbappe to the Madrid team was a problem, not that he's a bad player per se.
Say, for Madrid fans to understand, they made additions, but the additions were not world class. And nobody Thibaut Courtois goalkeeper Ben Antin Van compare with you. But nobody Thibaut Rudiger, I compare how many defenders in terms of consistency. I'm out for if you say that Militao after the ACL. Onye the Militao na ni enim ni biem.
A fit Rudiger end up there with any centre back in the modern game.
Is he fit now? Raul Asensio no. Has he been consistent? Will grow now? Yeah, but these are the questions. So Mbappe, Vini, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, even Ada. Now just send your bet team to strikers ne forward to Uriasia. Obama the Chiro, can you do same?
Until based on the okay.
Can you say?
Who accept to say Mbappe the imbalance about him?
Exactly, mean free hole. And until I mean more the backstory, mean free hole. These boys felt they were okay. And yes, Jibo, and time Mbappe buy. If Vinicius snap Jude Bellingham the call for Antino Perez was say Mbappe no Mbappe free agent. If that was the story, and Vinicius will be ready to sacrifice the position on the right, on the left side for Mbappe. Into the mouth NBA story, no, my mouth two stories. But in this case, Mbappe was not coming in as the ultimate solution to their problem. The boys felt they were okay. Me sure said ne. So chip Vinicius pa or back door. Onyayanka Mbappe ni ho. Nanko no on team na nanka bia oma loadu midfield ni defense amomo so that they will still lead the team. Because in any case, if Vini wanted Mbappe, can number 7 Jason Kwanko besa sacrifice yamfa odie mumfa ni nyina anka onanya na kono no mbra. But that was never the case. Mbappe walked into the dressing room where the boys felt that you are not needed here.
Okay.
To even sacrifice, to accommodate and bring out the best in him, they are not doing that.
Okay.
And the issue of imbalance, neighbor. It's how they cause Mbappe now, and you're only fault so by a team. But they need somebody that will sit all these players down and tell them that listen, baby, a person here corner. As I say, wait here, see here we. Now wait here, see here we. Say them couldn't be baba. And that is why I've been saying they need a strong coach. A strong coach the management and the leadership of Madrid will give him enough power over the player power and politics of Madrid. So man enough power over that player power and politics, Ajibo, the coach will come in and will still struggle. And that will be the beginning of the solution. Leadership. Strengthening their midfield. Everyone say Madrid ko fa. So here boy Kamavinga ne Shwameni boy. Now she boy Rodri boy Manchester City. Bernardo Silva mpaye so go boy Manchester City. You can imagine the gap. So, Jibo, the Spanish La Liga is also good.
Premier League.
Arsenal Fulham, yeah.
I want Jibo and your sports panel to go back and review the prediction you made before the EPL started and where you placed Man United. From Mohammed or the free Suya there and a day Abba. Manchester United is on one it was yours. Manchester United is now having football people in the team. And we still believe in the project of the team. So sometimes you have to be patient for the team. Because we are doing rebuilding. Okay. Mohammed Deode Abba. And Mohammed, the question they say, Sabre na ayi na coach Amorin. So I also have a be an ekona. Na any da so ni so te se carry di. Say a karika can be a different prediction. But na me boy.
Amorin anka can do baby.
Mohammed Amorina why? Over the European Premier League, no
Arsenal Fulham. There's no excuse for Arsenal.
Missing now will be frame. That was around 4 something. Or frame I will say. About your passports in here. Namse Casamiti was okay. Or so the Arsenal prediction, Arsenal Fulham prediction, mammy. No, but me barmenka. Na uti. Or say Fulham Besha Arsenal 1-0. Arsenal beye
that would be a big disaster.
That's what I I'm so sure. Arsenal for no money blue will be seen.
Arsenal need this win to release tension at Emirates ahead of Omni Atletico Madrid game. Diego Simeone is a coach that believes in chaos. He believes in chaos, but he activates chaos. Or your mom the chaos and a dark act a ruling bino. They operate in darkness. Inti se ne Arsenal ni Fulham ne tefaswa. Pressure na ebeban oba bi didi sa pressure no ho our Champions League no. Even if Arsenal nya a 1-0 win in the ugliest fashion possible. Jibo, it is a blessing and a better pressure ahead of Omni Atletico Madrid game no. So 2 matches were very important. Arsenal winning the and get to the Champions League final. That would be something incredible for Arteta. So Arteta we are every season we. No, I the English Premier League. Now in Champions League go this second. He has been extremely successful for Arsenal. And yet say no FA Cup and yet say no League Cup final. A very massive diamano. And they have to find every means to beat this Fulham match. They will make up for Arsenal win. Fulham will be a stubborn side, but it's still going to be an Arsenal win at the end of the day. Manchester United and Liverpool na the Manuesi. Michael Carrick won 9 wins in 13 matches for Manchester, 13 Premier League matches for Manchester United. For you to understand how huge this 9 wins in 13, there's a Carrick matches no abon a move 4 penny went me win in the Premier League for Manchester United. For you to understand how huge this is, Ruben Amorim had 8 wins in 20 Premier League matches.
Season
yes,
8 wins
in 20 Premier League matches.
Carrick, are you here?
There were 9 in 13. Total number of points in the Carrick points in Ruben Amorim. But we are talking about
more draw.
On say or draw Amorim draw ni wom. Inti Carrick e be ho. But a win for Carrick today, he will have the same points as Ruben Amorim
with less games.
With much less games. Into the transformational Carrick the abano. You will make us say Johan Cruyff say football is all about the simple things. But the simple things is the most difficult thing to do. Abrabono, Adebu and simple power. they me catch us say time ani me say na me pemas pa e ba no wati na teacher ni na kira otimi duru step we say de kitikiti we e bia ho na minus na akọ and plus your final answer will be wrong. But it was the simplest thing now when to me and they lead you to your downfall. Emma Ofeli. Carrick is doing the simple things right. Freedom in the team, flexibility, excellent connection with the players. Ruben Amorim by a press conference, say United Solutions, 2 years away from an even ahead of an Europa League final against a team where any Europe pedigree and character like Hospes. Amorim was telling us that United is not ready for the Champions League. Coach, asama no kanono. Also, omunya ready for Sunday, Wednesday football next season. Ahead of a Europa League game against Hospes.
Because of squad size.
But it was not a statement. Manchester United coach can go and win the trophy. After that, tell the world that say I just trophy no. Europe Sunday and Wednesday. We are begging on the management that our squad size is not the best. Into the necessary additions. Okay. And no making sense than coming up with that discouraging statement ahead of Europa League final against Spurs. Not Europe. Only class and character like Manchester United. Carrick is not doing that. Carrick is not giving us excuses. I'm not for you Menu. It's all born a Casemiro born. People are even calling that Casemiro need someone another year. A system ben ami who Casemiro sir. A system ben ama Bruno. The performance no as our pager to the next level. There will be casualties in every system. And that is why we've not seen the best out of Ahmad. But we are talking about Sesko. We are talking about Cunha. We are talking about Mbuemo.
Okay.
Against Liverpool, story continues.
Man, you will be winning.
Of course. United will seal the Champions League, before say you be through a year stage in the crowd. I see United moving on to the next stage.
Meda say Sir Obed Al Hassan Kofi Zakito Zak Bakaka Nafi. You refi and some wofi and shisha so. Yes. So ne ya adwene say owura no the message buy no. Abra ye prediction na ya Amorim. Nti won ti asema say ya Amorim.
Say Amorim so na said na you have to be Champions League no. So Pacho why didn't just now on team for United in Champions League? Because one
Chelsea the Champions League but it's all Munda hobby.
You know and all no the he. And yeah
so that time not four na come.
Na 5 never call. Because
but time o na Munda Champions League muti say.
But na they are no beba.
Say you no beba say. Then just go beba.
Then just go man so.
Okay. Marvin share from Sophia or say I'm Marvin doing the watching from Sophia. Please drop your answer. And then also some way near Browati.
I was hoping also.
And also some on Fantu Baby Crana. Yenye they are kind of Hojuma. We are also.
Say I would actually be all the more.
Aye.
Until be or just asking lady on Tim
Zach Kakabina share a United Liverpool, Arsenal, Fulham. Arsenal ever stay top of the Premier League before after any game, and I say inform Fulham. So more causes surprises Kaka, especially the last hurdle of the season. Last week, almost Aston Villa. And who said determination of the ball na and your ball. No. Omobo against Arsenal no China. Big game all over Europe. Manchester United and Liverpool.
Jibo, unse Adibia no you need experience to overcome hurdle bia obefisi. History and experience is always there to guide us. Abrabom Dibo say unni experience e obibi mu a obekwa ba me was ni solution nke kitikiti bi but because all like experience ntino na arew nti baby a Fulham and Arsenal match the no it's about experience on the part of Arsenal. Experience no there na me patch ji buhwade bi. Onim say na City and nka be Arsenal gina we a nka nobody have doubts about City say oh o make me aya na
so mo na twi mu a
na bi say nka even ye baby a mo gina yi
ye baby a gina mo points pe bi at me see
nka City and the all City bo match and against Fulham here and our Champions League game midweek we will not be here talking about City's ability so betimi a clear sa 2 games ni na because City no be there sa stage no City our atimi a passing sa pass mark and simple kura because here na all the Champions League no now only Liverpool e ko toe to toe because na points na e pe amu ko toe to toe last game and omo digit fencing league no but omo timi ayeye e nfefefe di bo hwa ade bi 2023-2024 okay say Arsenal quarter final of the Champions League onom go share Bayern Munich no in between the Champions League game no home and away no against Bayern Munich no they lost their Premier League game against Bournemouth okay and the ma league no oment bi anje we say Arsenal so they be omodi second one of the second no omodi was in 2023-2024 na game na ema Arsenal hope of winning league no e vanish against Bournemouth about time na omokobo Champions League quarter final against Bayern Munich in between that 2 games no dibo they lost to Bournemouth. Now let's come to last season DNC last season again omoko share PSG at the semi-final stage of the Champions League. Once again they were in a serious strategic chase with a friend saying Liverpool. DNC in between the game against 2 games and more against PSG you know dibo they lost against Bournemouth once again. Sa Bournemouth mo lose here no and na amo Champions League no omentimi anje. Let's come back to Afiwe. Already in between the games against a friend saying omone Sporting Lisbon who said they lost a Premier League game. Eti already no in between a crucial European night football match no they've lost a game. Now in between another crucial Champions League semi-final game aye Fulham eti enne
chat na to
enam sa kwan na so
ti Arsenal wini
enam sa kwan na so
Arsenal wini
so we need the mental toughness to withstand Sadia we send them City example no by no City is just Arsenal baby am gina we ya nobody will question the experience obi am question their mental toughness because omo e bi da but Arsenal because omo ye evident no at that stage bia no muduru a ateta ne mrantie no na ehu ato so they start panicking and ehon na ya na dey asemba no enti as much as on paper Arsenal are favorite but the kai obia ne say they should remember say in 2023-2024 in between a crucial Champions League game Aston Villa Arsenal last season in between a Champions League game between PSG Bournemouth Arsenal this season Bournemouth Arsenal in between a Champions League game between Sporting Lisbon
and this game no in between let's
come Madrid
it won't say in between intino
if Arsenal draw points against Fulham
quick one Manchester Liverpool one win
Jibo
Liverpool as Liverpool
the Liverpool team say they are not in a good form na Enyaman said I'm quite from Liverpool in terms of their resource and the football that they are playing. Jibo only say Afiwe open the highest scoring game in the like team are involved in games that goes abumpa. Yes, team are involved in Manchester United. In the say one thing that we are sure of United games and they say there will be goals for you to enjoy. Salah is out of the game. Now Liverpool any more no. Watch recently Adabakwa Jibo M1 Liverpool the inconsistent of most of our more attacking players no. Salah is out of the game and I already know Eketike so out of the game. Okay. Enti omani mo no in terms of the obek omo ebe hwe nim se obemo mo goals no Alexander Isak out free injury aba enchen ono struggle. Only Isak see nchen a Cody Gakpo has not been in the best of form afiwe for obetimi when he aton so say ono and emo goals no. Enti omani mo no they lack confidence in terms of scoring goals afiwe for Liverpool because anybody now those who guarantee them goals no and the two of them are out in the Ekitike and Mohamed Salah.
One winning.
Jibo, I feel it's already United akoshe Liverpool ever Anfield.
Don't bet was
no it to be an home and away for Man United this season. Yanko for 3-1 win. 3-1.
Exactly to nyabo 3.
Oh Liverpool chono no they are leaking goals.
Nyabo 3. Good morning, boss. Good morning, Kwame Arsenal. Bibi Aboko there.
Hey, Kwame Arsenal.
See, the Fulham game will be a tricky fixture, but Arsenal will win by at least a 2-goal margin. The Manchester United and Liverpool game is not a big game, but rather two big clubs playing a football match, just like Kotoko playing has nowadays. No, Kwame Arsenal, they out there abba, no. Chefman Eddie Fratuns was you guys they discounted Arsenal way back, but I can bet my last coin that my team Arsenal shall pick all the 3 points at Emirates. A lot, or it's not lost, and I can only hope that Mikel Arteta will be bold and go all out for goals. Gunners, we shall get there. No any dear no so ede aba no mami show we okay, all right. I say good morning. Your passports I'm Marvin doing the watching from Sophia. Okay, imagine my kind of message, you know, that about your messages mo de ba ya na mudin aka ho na aboa ama bibia etimi akoso kama. I say hi, good morning. Oyerepa TV. My name is JJ. I'm a Madrid fan. Our problem is we have Vini team and Mbappe team this season, and it's the reason why we have imbalanced team. Tell Perez that we need a strong coach to solve this problem. And no, JJ, and also there out there Abba and no. I'm sure we or say, please. I have a question to your pundits. This is Sporty Sports Consult from Atonsu Esreso. If a coach at his first season in a particular league become champion and later lose 7 main players in his first 20-man squad at the end of the season, one name players with Diaz, Jota, Nunes, Trent, Chimakas, Keller, Elliott, and overspending 261 million euros whilst replacing them and getting into the top 4 for the second season, which 5 of his usual first 11 are all new into the team: Ishak, Ekitike, Florent Veit, Frimpong, Kekes. Transfer received, transfer spend, transfer balance. Please, is this a failure? Zakito say, and Montro Manchester United 3, Liverpool 1. Kofi Annan, sir. Manchester 3, Liverpool 1.
Yes, omo defenders no.
Okay.
Omo nyade na.
Ochina. Manchester 3, Liverpool 1.
Enyo bia betimi stop in Sesko.
Okay.
So, and omo for that no. Nobody can stop Bruno's passes no. And Bruno would equal the record for most assists no. And he will confirm his player of the season tomorrow.
Question upon Sajibo, please ask Zach why his prediction are always against Arsenal.
Oh.
Question upon Sadia our day Abba and no. Okay. Kwame Adomako or say watching the show live at Ashton. Good morning, striker. I tip Manchester United to beat Liverpool this weekend. And also our day Abba and no Shipman Makan there. And no best mark or Sijibo, can you please give us 10 also? Okay. Afrani Christian ono de ne about Ghana Premier League tie ba ho e be kan. Chris Sapon say my basketball team Golden State Warriors. Okay. Ono so edie eno no. Ya boy or say which club in this world will pass up the opportunity to get Mbappe on as a free agent, as a free player. Getting Mbappe into the team was never a mistake. Ancelotti will have performed wonders with this team. Madrid's biggest issue is the midfield. Tchouaméni never live up to expectation. No, de our day aba and no Zach. So the ebefie. Na yabehwe nkomo wo fie. Please tell Zakito that his argument is flawed because we have won more in between Champions League than we have lost. Chief Fawaz Edifi UK Alhaji Guzaba Chief Fawaz.
And the same specific group stage as some specific me pick knockout games. On double points in the very crucial stages of knockout stages of Champions League.
Okay.
And I'm after from 2023-24 season I have seen and for us group stage as we knockout papa only one team in between those games and all. And I some no.
Okay. Answer them for us.
Yeah, went to any yankasi yankosho mu. Unse dey betra say I will give ya analyze it. Ni akadi esi pen. And we mean gas yankosha na ba me more president.
Jibo tells Akito that he will cry tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's Liverpool he's talking about to and no Randy. Eso de our day aba eno no. Ye be fie na ya be di enkomo e wo fie. Kwa yi you know why
Mr. Jamal.
Ezem sa yen hye ba jo betan se. This yen hye se meme de bia yimpo ni we so pay yi na akọ. Okay.
You know my family set up in here.
Tiwesu yabusia.
Big. Second. Good one.
Okay.
Okay. To do baby or offer you see
to you na nko bia hina.
Okay. Abanisa. Okay, yate. Why? Ti beja akwan no akọ.
Yes, many wo papa. That game that na me can say it's for Mediama to lose. Being that game we say one dance backer. You for the world best referee. Co-stars Ebeshe. The reason being that my home grounds are a fortress to every team over. Because Mediama all lose a lot of points over Mediama Takwa this year. And no now your baby win. Ka league nan come kwa ya check. Cause I believe you know. Ka ye can't do be second ne. Ka o very much. And come there. One of them go two. I already the guy pe ba kwa be kan na dia ka second. Na say you make o be try to come na to four. So this game I agree with Adam for no. Kokwa. And Omonkofo. And I'm not making I say it should be a game omo de very lunch omo enum no. Azagazigi zagazaga mediema azagazigi zagazaga mediema o mediema mediema. You see, if there's a game or more special somebody there, it should be this game.
When a Grish at where no, and
yes, they not.
Okay.
You see, a game say if they really want to win the league. They have no excuse, nothing. The amuye, I don't know what kind of so that Coco consider amuye kotokono. Almost expect a similar one, but maybe I'm not going there.
Okay,
just a win, enough. One goal for them should be enough for them to at least somewhat cement on position at the top.
Okay,
the game I made here, Nathan Anafo. What neighbor? And he's one of the referees. They've been around for quite a long time. At least in system with the say he should be able to handle this game.
Okay.
So I will expect them.
Ate, nti yes sunsum tawachi.
Me da say boss.
Cobra, why?
Auntie, we have a phone naja.
Ate.
I cannot hear you.
Say the Bosomene Swason. I'm a BBI kama.
Interestingly,
looking at the face of Zakito, Bafo,
confident,
and Captain Siasia, aside say Obed,
aside. Let's say he's not smiling.
I know.
Boys are not smiling.
Even though it's almost true, but there is a little challenge with the man. But you know, Ade Bakwa, a Jerome captain, Bebaha, my edge baby. Yeah. Your bomb Mr. Adman and the Yamaso, and they say betwam 30th party. I
say okay Sanuka sa opatles. Say bibia nya na nye na katua. Na ha bibi nye.
Go there. Oh, don't go there. My name is Joseph. I'm from Dromankuma. We are going to win by 4-0. Arsenal Sem and our cans. But for your befi, Bobo no. How your passport is your boy Leon from Apeja. Tomorrow, Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. And also dear our day Abba and no. Okay. Good morning. I like your sports. You are doing a great job. It's your boy Isaac Zungula Titi. And also dear our day Abba and no. Deja mama mini baby you be in few na bra. Where Gordon Abushway. Also good morning, boss. Listening to you live from Bremen UGC. Manchester United will sink Liverpool come tomorrow and Barcelona will conclude the La Liga today. Hi to Chairman Afolabi and Brosco J. Abushwe. And Edisa message we Ede Abba. We so wine or say good morning. My name is Atom, watching you from Pakoso. Or your passports, you are okay, you are the best. You are second to keep it up. Okay, that's it. Greetings to Florence Senior and Florence Junior at Pakoso. Happy birthday in advance to them. Okay. Florence Penine Ketwa. Wish him happy birthday in advance. I'm on for so the Caribbean Baha. Me handing over the Amaba for na why Juma. I'm on for the Diaba, Omomushi program. No more TNT. Maybe mana why Juma the Amamo.
So Onoa or Mampong.
Yeah.
So I said one of more AICO1. Agent Ocean Team in Mama born Mona or my
boss. Yeah, starting to say
okay.
Coach Ibrahim Tanko Akasa. Who say now we can Ochina Mediama any Go Stars game no. Or say it's going to be a different game altogether. But definitely we are prepared for it.
At this crucial moment, that game is past tense and we have to concentrate on the next game, which is very, very tough against direct opponent who we have 2 points ahead of him. So definitely this is going to be a very different game together, but I think we are prepared for it. Everyone is on board now and 5 of them were with the local Black Stars and then Fuzi travel to Turkey, but all of them are back. So definitely we have all the men in the house. So we are preparing very well. We know that on Sundays though it's not going to be easy, but we are playing home. We want to keep the 3 points here. Kevin is also back. Like I said, we have full house. We are preparing very well. We all started with 0 points, so definitely they behind us with 2 points shows that they are very good side and they have a very good coach, very good management as well. But definitely, like I said, we are playing home. We want to win the league. We want to win these 3 points, and we are not going to make it easy for them here.
Boss. Gate no 30 100 emuwa ade
30 100 okay
30 100
if you free 30 go 100 na say emode
emuda say 100 ho no VIP ni important ho no no
ba Ghana ye gate fee ba for mama yempe ho asem ne kan de bio
say ade na woton no ohun ade bia woton bia no ade no value no and determine price no the value of our league determines the kind of price we put on at our gate. It's as simple as that. Boss untimi nkofa ade a
ɛho nya akɔnɔ na wode bɔ wode ɛyi atwamene bɔ de akoto so mpatwɔ so wate aseɛ o sɛ o fa akyire din die a ɔde bɛyɛ a na wode me de ne kosi nkyɛn a o bɔ price abɛbɔ no different
okay
mpatwɔ me wa
but yɛnhwɛ ne yie sɛsɛ ya ne yɛbɛgye di a ɛna clubs no so mbɛbrɛ
nti ɔhu sɛ adeɛ no akɔyɛ ne ho akokɔ ne kosua adeɛ no me nukuri wo kan wo hu because yɛn raise prices no na ɛma ɔmo nya sika na ɔmo ntumi invest back into the especially player purchasing na nfa quality mra na ɔmo ma good game na afei ɛnyɛ fa na anaasɛ ɔmo mpɛ sika ɛnkɔto quality players and provide good game na nkɔfo maybe ekyir na nfa sika na mra ɔmo is one of them should take place but for me I think the second one is a bit more adeɛ enti ɛno wɔ hɔ no mu a ɛm sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ ɛno ho soso asɛm aka na didi do amane soso akasa ɔba fɛnsi abrankɛse match wei ɛyɛ match asɛ na ɛli a wɔn America no ɛyɛ important to both teams ne nyinaa obiara pɛ sɛ ɔmeki a claim ɛwɔ top 4 nim therefore sɛ wɔpɛ sɛ wogyina yɛ deɛ na wahyɛ nti ɔse I think it was a good game we won, but we will attest that it was a tough game that we played at home. And they are very strong side. We nations bra omni has a kobo Accra no. Na just say oka ho asɛm. The all Kenyan say they have to be better in the second leg against Nations FC. Did you that money?
It's always good to think about how to respond positively. And in association football, outcomes sometimes do not come the way you want it. And so when it doesn't come, you need to believe in what you are doing and then get back to track. And it's all about responding always. And then we are ready to respond positively.
We've kept ourselves very busy playing against Esukon, Agility, and then also playing against Heart of Lions. And so we made sure that we kept ourselves very busy once our opponents also had the opportunity of playing an FA Cup semi-final. Means that we just needed to stay very relevant.
I think that they have been what we always have more, and they are the ones who don't leave the club. And so we appreciate their effort, and then we appreciate that we will continue to do our very best in terms of salvaging the image of the club and then get a better outcome in our next game.
Coach Didu Amani, we senior wa approach kwasiada game against Nations FC. Boss, mami mfa we entwamu na afi minuanum na ye krado na ye kakrakra na ye kwa no. Hamza Oben na asisi ede ye tutuntuntu no ekoto do so se onhwe akiri na onhwe kotokwa adwuma no kopim se board for no be yi CEO no so baba be yi ni management a ombe pe coach se omehwe kotokwa adwuma no so na next season onfa kotokwa nko no na ono so asema ode atodwane o say it's a big platform na say work opportunity a penifo dia mano no say ono anka o assistant coach and or youth side so and they the main team na man say Hamza the next 3 matches there in my dear bonafa kotokoko ekowie no was a big platform. Now I have to execute my role with the boys and also showcase my ability. People have different opinions, but at this moment we all need to come together with my technical team. We are planning because we want to win. It has to be a team effort. Hamza Obin. The patron also the Odiabre no. Or say as I say a team effort. Ubia some penifose oni nipa. To we so hakakra, no ya so hakakra. Technical team no ebe ya omo de. IMC4 munya mo de. Board so eti akire no so mo pushi kakra. Supporters no mo so mu bi. Obia so mu bia. Na se afi omako na nko mo di dreams akwhye ho. Na omo ba fie. Na omo ba bo mo hwe match se dia da animu no. Na kakra dia ma ne se South Interest Abrantie. Ono so onye makrobia no. Na nko so wasum. We South of adwuma na aba. Okay. And as the whole interest of adwuma na aba. Until obi ansom bi, onsom nipa. Na ja Hamza kakra. No fa kotoko nkosi awieye.
Na no dabe na bo Hamza voice Ruben. Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Ah, opanyi bi no tie program no na message about for the buy ni o say. Please, what if Hamza does really well and officials decide he should continue next season.
What if?
Aka kotoko say 4 matches.
Aka 4 matches.
Ti Hamza bofo no wahye ni nyina. Fede mpanyifo say Hamza matches na ya boy enti no modern ball next season to aso.
That will be mpanyifo decision and everybody will have to respect it and give.
And is it also possible so betin win 4 games? If I so win 4 games now. You betin 4 games now make a case for Hamza say because of winning 4 games nintino next season or chance of beating at coach.
One thing about football is that obit me 1 game penny I can say oh they need the man a chance in radio. Obit me just a game mpo yes oh they need the why ye man a chance in radio. But you see Kotoko is not a club. Ya my chance in radio, especially with the kind of difficulties a team that come the past season. Enti say ye nyagidie say Hamza ba accumulated 12 points the club no. Enti on fan kwa me na me di kan no e be mpanifo decision and has to be respected and all the necessary supporters say the man e ma. But as to whether say on one Hamza no or the ability and what it takes to take the team to reach the finishing line no another thing altogether. The main person bia another main person ye and say you see Hamza yes after the final wakoye ni A no so in terms of or try say finally the be man no but yemfa say sisi bi e Ghana had obi akoye o pass into a pass
omo pass na wo
okay yemfa say nti ye hope so be pass ti bia certificate in there ye be man no but nhwehuri de okonya wi e woni tirimu a e ka de onim dada no ho enti obetimi de ababe transform into najuma say odi ofia say de aye adwuma but in terms of onu ankasa as a person say oh you ready for this monumental job is he ready say it takes a lot yakasa be ready for such a job it takes a lot to you have to be ready psychologically you have to be ready morally you have to be ready everything physically because the physical demand the cry was adwuma we so no enya asam ketwa
ma me the same question bisa say Obed Hamza 4 games wache convincing performance convincing results
it won't be a bad idea
sir
yes sir
Hamza to lead Kotoko next season
it won't be a bad idea. I mean they say word necessary when it comes to coaching. It all depends on your project and your plan. If your project is to buy big and demand instant results, then you can have doubts about Hamza, whether Jibo or the capacity to give you that instant results. They are now call for a coach what the track record in terms of winning trophies, in terms of managing the dressing room where the names are big, you go for such a manager. But everyone say Hamza above 4 matches enough. Now Kotoko board need decision here say young top players I can see bia. You per se you did the next 3 years a building project. Not necessarily winning the league, but yeah be shisha. That project can suit Hamza. Because the question again be say on top now person do youth team in a year or no now managing youth team for the last 2 years. So you would have to strengthen the bench. How do you strengthen the bench? Get some young coaches, extremely intelligent, and get a mature hand. Be a bit maybe at the technical director. Be I don't know a senior manager say that never be transfer. Then you allow her to do the job. If only a year many panel, your money panel being females and females I am pre. A percent in 3 years time. The average age of Wakotoko is 21. Your players in age in 21, meaning you're the 18, 19 for neighbor boka crash idea. Then it looks like the profile dances straight to the doorstep of Hamza. Into age na dia
opeso instant results, buying big to achieve
success. That one you would have to ask yourself the question: we're proven so nimsa de ne ye. That's what I say. We're proven ana wachere. and the names here be obetimi ni omo a control mo ama ni instructions na ko down na. That's very important. But if that is not going to be the line, and another day make us say fine, young season in Korea. But I'm hoping say season in Korea, all these directions will be made clear by the board. Baby, young person de koto team nefa. Young fan say ye nyina ya dia tum se kotoko ato no emboaye. The last 3 years, Jibo so sha kotoko a 6th, 3rd, and at this season another 6th. So we're extending common. The last 6 completed seasons, a 2nd, 1st, 4th, 6th, 3rd, and maybe a WCC. That is Kotoko. 2nd, Nana our 2nd, 1st, 4th, and our IMC 6th, 3rd. But what check all these management are? They've been buying big. But league back open aba. So ebi a board meet me aka say ya tena sia he Kotoko books mo. Ya he Kotoko sikase mo. Ya ta. Yes, obi wetimi aka say ton sen. Jibo men fa unko echiri kakra. We obi a we a student of Ghana Premier League says here. The last thing you will recommend is set teams and two players akese. Because Ghana and Kuala Lumpur sorry a. Say ni the aba na say Division 2 for no. I'm na fan Kuala na first. Well, once there pressure ni ho. Na Kuala no be form first no. Me group am into class A, B, C and D. Na ma kire wade bi. Class A for no. Omo ye sharp pa na 17, 16, 15 now we say omo generation omo top no. You know what happens? They don't stay in the Division 2 for even 2 years. If you've engaged any Division 2 side be ajibo, and Kuala no mo ya ade pa no, age 17 no mo de to kwan. Unless unko Division 2 or enko share 17 for no. So the best of their generation don't stay in Ghana. He'll be say Bena somewhere. The Division 2 now make can't check out come out on, which they had an offer. Any prabo any prior. Sign the course was say. They've established connections with clubs outside and agents outside. So what they do is, me na matimi Division 2. You me fa Kuala na mitimi the name of aneko. 5 years time. Now so do so amam whether the team is there or not.
Onward transfer.
That is what they are doing. And I be so far players they say omo na manage players no. Into ordinary team no to kwan. They will be a player and be sign be or no club owner no obeji bi enti eye kakra bi e no mo ya ade pa kan ya ne ntimi nto mo so mo ntu kwan ada young enti hwa ade na so check here blasters no ene national under 23 na ya ade and an since Division 2 for no ma say establish a connection with FA for penny for no enti under 17 be ya Division 2 for no. They say check a blasters maybe some said do say any free Ghana league no McCoy. So the best of the generation, they are not going. They are not coming to the Premier League. Na hadie. Omo so be timi awuram ebia Division 2 no aba Division 1 no. Omo ya ade no so because Scott Kone has ni nkoto Division 1 no. Media mamo class B for no. Ene be kwa form. Boy your back ko friend Dogo Yakubi na ni timi ni mfa ne nko se Sweden no se sen. On Division 2 ni the boy no course with them. And o boy or buy. Media man be kwa fasa boys no. Into more ambassador free generation no. I B class no member Premier League no so no. After the season will end, they are all traveling. Enti eya na asia no. And no benya player palm na bakotko ne house. Yemfa no kren cancer. No ni foreign deal. Jibo say ka foreign deal na. Enye European foreign deal na account. Yeah, Cap Tanzania, Zambia, Rwanda, Mozambique. Minimum Ghanaian player Mozambique was $2,500. Minimum ye interview so $2,500. Now me wo Kenya airport. Boy people Kenya Division 1. Nairobi United. Omo ba Champions League. Omo ne work na ne wo group no. Omo je no mo Division 1 omo je Kenya for FA Cup no. And omo ba I feel no ma qualify ba to Confederations Cup. What kind of salary? It was almost around 7,000. What the Ghana cedis are?
Ghana cedis.
Yes. Division 1 with Kenya.
Okay.
So the point I'm trying to make is that say no A class for any free chrome anthem. B class for any Bible Premier League no so no. Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa Division 1. When you say Ghanaian players or South Africa Division 1.
Yeah.
Now say oh Ghanaian player no Nigeria Division 1 na omo dey ko twa no kon after so she go.
Yeah.
Into more ama kan so omo ya ade no so no. As long as obekwa kwaje dollars no convertible cedis are, it is bigger than the average salary a kwatoko enhanced play age.
Mate,
enti dem me patch ni nyina na say okase o person okoso ana practice yento akese a unless you are going outside. Now also call less deprived leagues to say be Burkina. Burkina League, though they are paying, but it's not huge.
Okay.
Into betting a coffee biaba. And yes, I person yes and yet no. Talk na you don't and a kotko Emmanuel ano. Near $100,000 obeti metria.
Yeah,
so you need to the American say medicine. The American say now the liberty of and a kotko atakumi ho a near $100,000 obeti metria. So you need to go back to Asia.
And we player no. O deserve and now won deserve.
You go king wa Ghana.
Ghana league. Attack wa say.
Was 12 goals.
Na 12 goals do never 100.
In game on mouse say 20,000.
12 goals.
12 mouse saying. No turn akwa aburi oba say.
Striker 12 goals.
O turn oba say. Cause what turn abeta mo say.
Abeta mo.
O turn abeta mo say.
E ba say
almost 290. Nti wa ba me attack me ho a. Na me ma even 30% of that offer and soro. So the an attack me ba what is the guarantee say befa? Until they need to go and normal sisa. Send your sack because minimum
and they bet you.
There be any project. Yeah, the time to home. Then what you do is that you get
pressure.
You get a competent unit to groom the boys faster.
Mama
say
the Basa mo dey need who benya
patre. Basa nye now so mo be fa Basa nko fa David Oduro from Accra Lions me bo. Wo me fa David Oduro from Accra Lions. Wo me fa Aziz de ne ko. Say 2 years no more Basa.
Your policy.
Good. They started somewhere.
On my year since club ni ebaye. And supporters na TSC say
Basa had a problem.
The backbone of the club.
Good. Basa had a problem. The problem was that Madrid had money to buy big.
Kotoko de Obed. Obeye kotoko panyini. In South Africa na ne yebo Ghana season 2 3 twas na untimi ngi liga. Ebeye din so
na 4 years ne kotoko ngi league. It's na 4 years on the project na can so.
Etina asumdue ni ho no.
There be 4 years ne wunji league. It's 4 years no. And how the years our project through I say so what you do is that you get competent coaches at your youth team.
Mama say
I
say Jibo, if the board allows Hamza to continue next season, then it means they are not serious. Simple. Kobe Q say by Jibo, with these Kotoko players, they will mess Hamza up because they don't listen to advice. Zach, for ano kakra 2 and 9 send by about for the 2 and baby a person of no with me the account.
Interim coaches or more human twice so mostly regional games no boy or boy no resource number 1 and performance and ATI unsenka offer resource nanka United from community ma character da but why are they skeptical about appointing Maki Carrick? Because they are not they've not been convinced with performance no. So that is that Jimo said didn't Makare. Obia there be banana de nka this in automatic but the reason why omo twentwen ho a Ariolos one money German national team coaches he dey be mo a you see the cash coaching say they are not too convinced because honestly truth is that say ode sa bona United abona you know so often because of say bia bibia United gina and I said now they here a winner if the full time coach so on from season now me can say be money in at Old Trafford they will not be happy with sa bona and United in a full season they will not be happy say yamba ball say they will not be happy eti aya na gina one resource any modern ball kind of ball a otini ball and I chere the direction at which they should go. Eti Hamza preach the team. Na what your manager of a team one na say ade ba kwa kotoko bi aka wase me ball no ball nyefe enye. System of mobile we na ma na we na ma. So he's able to get the team. They're playing according to certain rhythm or pattern. And a resource ever. He plays the 4 games with a proper system and rhythm. And resource and swaba. The case for Hamza become very strong. Because you don't have any reason not to give the job to him. Because he has proven say even under pressure no o team manage Emma team ni ball and air fair. And just in the long term he can achieve a very good result for you.
It's the okay no so to me ya o fuze command does.
Oh, if he's able to send on the Sunday now you don't have any reason not to give the job to him unless send him you have to tell that say already in terms of coach or no and commodity akoso echire. So on say do say stage dia na why kakra and you no have no option than Jordan Beba but wouldn't the signals that send it to the board and the team paying for no a very competent youth team coach international maybe I want to get in common with into the answer they bro ni neighbor e man be na fine but the signal that the man paying for say now they have a competent trusted youth team coach that be BBS here it one a more of mock exams and Hamza e kwakotro and to justify that show us how he's good to coach youth team there what say he's good to coach there ocean the numbers and ball boys and ball or they were pass it but the mock our kwatro na say and the resource number 2 for that
okay
say when you team the man enemy ai yamfa mani mpo a daache de beba no ubana
chance
o to baba na Chelsea Mac then Callum McFarlane afi o to unse won pass mock no won ot youth team one no
okay
into uba ya coach uba na ya pamoa hey Callum McFarlane the fake man no
boss good morning coach Hamza is not there yet Kotoko is not my try and see Kotoko is big. And this is Steven Adani Dankwa inside JJD Clothing Tema Community 3 opposite the basketball pitch. And now this a message we abba. Eugene Abuajikumi or say, bro, any news on the Kotoko CEO position? For now, that is my interest. For me, it's Kotoko before any team. Good morning to the entire queue. Okay, I like your shirt. Eugene Medase. Eugene Abuajikumi na day abba. Zach.
Na who a picture o can see where na makai born. And I mean here na mkase say me ba be ko wo de me say wo ni papa no.
Why?
Na who ade say trend ba.
Mama hade ko.
Oh, so TV ma no.
Ah.
No who here.
Enye ABJ no.
ABJ. Ah, me na man am ko say incoming CEO of Asante Kotoko. To me ABGMC there be and them be Jibu. Me know who ABGMC there be. Because Jibu ni papa ni ABG. To me say who ABG wodin kon bi akse say ya friend na bi akoso a ye nyawe na.
O le yentoaso.
Yentoaso.
Ah yentoaso.
An komo we kira na.
Debi.
Komo bi ani kira.
Say ese no wo ho a na edu bi aba se ya titi se we na eba
okay ente no abia na
ono so say nti the same
no but so bi a oye
eno dey I can't tell
o so unim
oh I can't tell
is he qualified enough o hwe na dwuma obetimi ayo Kotoko CEO aba na ya na
for now yen twen kakra
okay ate o de aka mate 3D ana je dun wasemi gana
Jenny Mekumnipa. Young boy Zach, yen twaso yen hwe games eba so over the weekend. Mamini birthday me no influ onye sade a onse Zakito platform bia mo sisi onse omode aba. O say Zakito is talking about this. Zakito will kill us
about
nye BJ there no.
oh nja bi na mi ko hu yo misra mo mi ko hu ye
ABJ no no so
actually no na me de kire wo no the same person na oh okay
wo so ko hu mi
oh me different me who different picture crowd so dia
na
ABJ Kumase
mi no but
and we say from the last week or two no Kumase
and we be friend afi
no oba onkra
we be friend
ah say hi ni krum ti o ye anu abewuram
menam teta ana me ko hu picture
oh me hu different
ana me say
me hu ebi omo di statement aka ho a
ti me hu ABJ no ana me kai say
minimum my say
ana me ka say ya na birthday ada ti me hu ABJ say da bi ya bi ABJ na me kai di no ba me mfa mana mbem sa jibo
mama why okay
obian kofi so omo ye problem kakra o
I know your problem
na se we say ase nyefe
no ba are you sure so na ye because
say eyi me question na ye na na bisa
ada na nyefe
oh but say nyefe
and so you also dey ato no so nto be no
nyefe
you Twitter no dey tun ko
nyefe say we say nyefe
enye
fair to him enye fair to the club enye fair to everybody I say no na ye ya me ni problem but on na ye ya nyefe
me fan ko she no
that be na I say on no so say no oyi
obedo ni evidence no evidence no evidence
obelo finish you jaze
Oben say our man for the job and opposed to you nti Oben na ye
omo de ayi o no mo de kaka ho no o de ma me ba ma me fa de omo try o de ma me fa de omo try no
ABJ
but
ene de ABJ bet send you
kind of omo try o de
ABJ
omo de omo goals ni
our vision to reclaim our position as the undisputed kings of African football, building a legacy of excellence, unity, and global dominance. Our goals: win the CAF Champions League, secure the Ghana Premier League title, develop world-class talent, engage and inspire our global fan base. I'm saying ABG, and then the ABG.
Now, one with global kind of idea. And to be real, I'm a dibusa.
Yeah, for ABG.
Mimi no.
Minimum by
one number.
Oh, Jibo near friend.
I am friend.
ABG.
Zach,
Ghana Premier League, you know. About I think say
my member will soon from say how the name say but for say the Ghana Football Association Hoho United FC has been suspended from all Ghana Football Association competitions until the 2029-2030 season by the disciplinary committee for withdrawing from the 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League without just cause. The club was found guilty after officially communicating its decision to withdraw from the league after its commencement, an act deemed to have undermined the integrity of the competition. Hohoe United FC has also been demoted to Division 2 upon completion of the suspension period and ordered to refund all support received from the GFA for the 2025-2026 season. The disciplinary committee has further directed that all players of the club has been granted free agent status subject to existing transfer conditions. GFA and the Aba Hoho United. Infiemiensa and the Ato Moso. Infiemiensa ne ba na wie ya numbers on Bobo Ghana ha. Mekwa sha say the free division 2. Eno nsa na nchen. Season ne ba be sha say no. Sika bia efe ne de ma omu bia no omo fa sika ne mra and afa omu players so no this one committee say omu nyina e free agent asemo Zach yankoi
Jibo Ghana Football Association ane hohoi we feel say every phone dey so much say no move follow the no process no and now my full process no more develop na ba how often dey almost say omunyama so ba be football bia bi omogo mu team no bia nko fie now when I listen to the Hohoi story, the sad aspect of the Hohoi team no story no Jibu, this is a team that in terms of Yenhwan kwada, if Upa first 3 our Ghana say yeah, they will be among teams, in terms of how they were treating the boys. Now I'm telling you, Honorable Papa Peter Amewu, our hotel be one of first then 3-4 that I'm saying the biggest okotan and chisopa one boys and that
I don't know camp play
one omoda and just a camp say camp that is where they stay permanently.
Why is a good hotel in their home
and that hotel is functioning
and I'm saying rooms in their
yes, that is where they sleep, feeding them 2 times a day. And one of the teams now I saw a 30th cream now so need them. So a kwanya na honorable afaswa and at least what unemployment so cause one microphone so ma busumi omunya bi e de come and no mo so kakra e be ka kire no omo dia solve a few problem e wo hono no. But you see, when the system is not fair to everybody, when there is selective justice, we be na deba because here almost nyina they think say the system is being selective in terms of punishment, how they justice kwanya mo fa so e de serve justice no, they are not being fair. You show anim na ya twa so, you show anim wo de yantwa so, you show anim ni atwa so, you show anim wo de yantwa so. So e ya hwe anim association so many problem e fair and onim e for no twenya ma adan issues na si acho omuma e de tuwa ma eduru se ho wa united rebel dream service wo ho wa sam se ni Thursday or Friday no mo de vert ne ba se o ma ba no mo ntom ko bo no mbo no fa ne say dabi o mo no akra ayi tama and dreams for no show home. And it was a time that they were fighting relegation with dream service money be chim no one na unya mo na bra o mu hia mo points. But the see how well for no, you see assembly na e say the almost see how why na o mo de punish o mo no west esi wo wenchi one o mo an kasa how why united no were involved o mo no wenchi fans young apostles videos no gentleman e be yi no wa say supporters atiesi park so ebi mu so atobo ba say ye mara free no mo so waje fa obi o mo ntiase wanti ya nchaji o mo ya yo hwe na ye de kakra we kwesi ya you charge us ban us for 3 matches or 4 matches and then na mo and a very good decision because if you look at in conform ma do omo be chiro even though honorable like kwanya afa so one pound nyina at once obi an say you there measure mo till the season ends I'll pay you and say unlike e dia be no so man na and there you go na na pam obi aso bi ankon baby no where there he's still keeping them, feeding them as he's feeding them. And also omo ka bosumi bia till the season ends there then no akopɛ team akwakobo enti enya very good e but think say FF no jibo omo so ba no mo de na nzie no o man hwe ne na me ka say me say if you are not careful investors those who are omo league still am dem for mo those that have already no more passion I say omo no football no mo start from scratch omo yento omo na bibia simple and form ho they will still play but jibo investors omo there football no on said enya ne passion onimu anano yante say nations omo so one tradition ko ja league no
Dr. Chi
no season kan ho bija
season
ya
Dr. Chi bija
so final be bo on
na Africa final
and one about for is
mo da mo fan to BBC we final na number DBC
so wo she kuro bija bo
no be she
say nation she do service
na na so
media mati wo ho de ti se bibia ya genuine na say bibi kitwa bi yi a say na say komoda na academy o
nations
oh want it there were full plans in place and they come to Dan Academy and don't be surprised on bit my Dan Academy no so
I think investors don't be see okay I like to go ntoko no
but Zach investors now work no
the current FA, they don't care about investors investing into the game. Omono, ye season we are. Ombe kwa abaye ho. No more use some political machination. No more kwaji 20 million Ghana cedis. No more the 1 million amateurs. No more Skamunko league. No more shisha fixtures. No more chombebi. Now omo we say, calf ni FIFA beka say Blasters on combo match. Now if omo bo no more ya it be qualifier. Me na fe yidi actually. That is their modus operandi today. Omo we are to say they na echedi kan no. Omo teams kitin dotted around the country. Omo teams pow. Omo teams almost every region. Where crowd teams no youth side no ni sa no man na omo top it bi so omo san afa players now omo top it for 14. Enti Bechem United wo ho. Ahon honi wo ho. Omo youth side na that omo tom players agum. Ye wi no masesa wo omo. Omo de akoko mama omo na fufo na wa abro chire nse mo pe ba bi for omo nhye. No mo do mo ko no mo do wa kohye. O wi na say wonya $50,000, $20,000, $15,000, $10,000 no waje. And that's line their pockets very well for them. Nobody live on life. How Ghana football will end up? They careless about it. If the next 20 years, when you know who say tam, why you when you see come and abroso, football na say on the other.
Said they okay. Bafo sanity. Dr. Kwamichi, we football career tunchenya. It's a huge figure within the Ghanaian society. So what I say. And we decided to obey invested the second be into football. It is obey football. Now Onyana said there was si peno. And that's what fool say Pepe yo any abo ni ma. May I think a huge figure like Dr. Kwame should speak.
Me no ya.
Dan so be di so say e be do stage was be gum.
Ojai no okori baby. Ojai no okori baby. The reason why Honorable Peter Mawu, we are told
yes, obi di so Honorable Peter Mawu. Aden no aka na no atum.
Ni ojai ni na.
Obo afu aden no aka no atum.
Apart from sir
talk kasa
Zaku putu the saying. Pepe ye na enya adwuma no. The deceit he has suffered in the hands of people. We are even told to say no crowd I don't know baby I'm movie at tibia. There are people within the football sector. Omo ko no hokoji sika. Some dey be boa be football na mana yenye. No so wo bona ma no so ayi team ma no so team ayi gani jaba ho ho important wa. Ewie ye no. Omo san so enam kuntina say esan ebone buga. But baby I know we are say these people cannot just quietly walk away. I know they know again said they cannot just quietly walk away. Honorable minister or former minister, sorry, former minister. CCA, if you what one call born baby, I want to question no more because division 2 I am on sama. We are against our back and sama. And Tikasa na kanu krepe woman ye wood yet to pa near fan change ya no.
Jack,
me know ya
say Obed and kono no.
Jibo, I sure what to happen, but league games no. Them say the top line and here the course of Takano.
Yes, Go Stars
and Mediama. 2 points.
I see also
who say the good news the good news for Chelsea is that they are not playing this week because on common how an able.
Omoko buku hotel whatever.
So much so better now man time
obviously by no my Omoko buku hotel.
We can arrange more travel but
I'm no more camp cry.
And the other one is na one fan is
no exactly never boy the dia group no all forecast major league no boy that Achepa so before every game the Ghana Football Association maybe 2 days before the game I saw send the whole for some more ba momba omo ka so momba
what I say and no pa earlier
be proactive your father be say nipa ni ko gina park so entika only say last week enkai kotkone hohoi you go remember kotkon for a promotion ama nipa ko stadium na hohoi for man
no kotoko mako gina supported na ko home jeje
na kan nipa ko 26 akwa what kind of system are you running say very thing by hohoi for no mon choro efe for no so mon ba na
dada
dem no mon chonko yo
hohoi o ma choro ma efe for dada
me na efe panyin bi di nkomo because menya encounter with a top official of Kotoko na ka chen say is a mobile dreams we are. My next game when hohoi. Mobile home. Then I'm no so. on bed dress the players na ko gina park no so
Nanka supporters be na ko
na
studio.
ho and the fa supporters so
let's say bechem for you bechem travel to all the way to Tema.
Ref was risky and unnecessary.
Extremely risky.
Ref ni bana overhead no bona be ma omo manya omo trip na.
So why can't they come up with
a big club like Kotoko?
A simple system say before every match be 3 days be club be in writing should inform the FA say match now ready to play. Very simple.
Simple.
It be 3 days before every game. Club be an letter be. It be a format kura ya trato. Cause system.
And your club requirements. It's the first one I can. I say FA no. Echo one for who be saying.
What the man say?
Momo.
What the man match?
What match the club they say?
What the match be in.
Ya I do 3 points.
What the match be in kubisa. FA ni first system bimbra. 3 days before every game be akọ na kumia accept na and record our system room. IT for the betime design sa dey simple. Which a betime akọ division 1. 3 days before every game be a club be or and 3 days before every game club eba man club emba. Very simple.
Zachary wa league na obed emfa yimi.
Ti ya embarrass.
Ya fa ka akọ hotel ka onipa ko ni kapre. Na nipa namba.
Ti
all in the name of 3 points.
I say what dey Chelsea have a free 3 points.
Chelsea omo hwe you because me hwe a league table na. By football system no Chelsea ni nyina yi.
No so omo based on the system no. Team a omunya ya nkomberi omo mari sempo ya Chelsea. Why? They don't have their vote. Unse one of the teams na mo dey oman clear. Unse bi o a on pe wa sempo because of victimization into no onyina nim. Ba omo dey obi anim system nim say they don't support the system. Nti ope one team ye person wo wia brekum Chelsea. But you say we ya plan wa de nyankopon so the master planner. Nti we show fixtures na was if you plan evil the fixtures nyankopon so sheda so onim omo adwunu mpo da se nyankopon de
fixtures nyankopon na hihye
dem se nyankopon onim pa adwunu ye na me nim echedi na adwunu ma nyankopon onim de echedi na adwunu eti no onim se efo no afi we omo hya Chelsea awe ba on person be we ana ma fixtures no o de hwe ending no and also ohaso bo ma ho for free mu just imagine ko ho for free mu no ko so relegation na Chelsea will not survive in ho
no way
eti nyankopon de di bo no onyanya bone de so tue bone ka nyankopon ko ani
teacher
yes onya bone da so tue bone ka eti de bi no ye no ntino
imam Zakito
oti oye ya ohun se da bi for no plan no e ya bam ona say ho for mu nja bo no bo ana
tinyame na ekuma ho
ana mo mu nja bo
kosu kofi jame ayi dai kosu dai
ati nja bo no bo ona mu nja bo ana Chelsea nya free 3 points
ogosu honorable Peter me
yes honorable kofono do mo ye no
ukobo a
o me go ni mase ja leg ni bo ana honorable simi mo bium it is free 3 points we fa ka points no hwe o menya sai
o me ko 38 if I'm right
38
this is almost 35
onya 42 be survival
now onya no ria the next game 2 league games at home obo mediama mediama on no sa game no ese o sponsor na yekobrekum nokum be pa
sa match
o bete twom sunyan
o sa me twom le
sa match no
se we dey say ye ma fa ho anajo
o de ko de bia
sunyan na ye problem no brekum ye problem
ko de bia
sa match no Chelsea be she
referee bia o mo de ko bia no emfa
mediama show wo she ko say do wan she ko say do
Chelsea referee bia ko wa emfa referee no the best one say and Chelsea super jale again ball is either they finish you and stop playing the league simple
they finish us in how
oh say they finishing yeah finishing
like do preach wrong you be careful
oh that be
no
yeah two referees na full say yes small break kuma
man say referee be ko this game ni diniye
yeah ko di bone because ko di bone a
men fa finishing
jejeje
yes ko di bone a bone be di
until you finish in the film
oh and the bone be di o di bone obrekuma bone so be den bone be di
obi na wo di bone na wie na wo di bone last one no
sa na tie
ye run it 20 mediama ne goes to one say
do mediama na say at home they crumble under pressure and game pressure game but honestly me dey un say teams na omo pronomi I for obvious reasons in Premier League no okay nya ne say goals as records no mo de enam kwan so no e ye nungu asem say o de kwa kwaje league I show mo goals no goals against I think that so embarrassing say ye ti Ghana say team e kwaje league jibo mba so wa se no kwa say
omo goal difference omo 0
we are the league
but I say they find their way. The most important thing is to get the maximum points.
Who shall goals near ya show
nations ne has
a match a match nations. Once I also yeah nations now have to prepare for the FA Cup game no. Has league and the nka ho. Draw game e wa brankase.
Kotoko any dreams FC.
It's a draw the mame. First game of
Dreams FC.
Yes, first game of Hamza. The good news is I'm saying most of the guys that will be prior no are available for Hamza to select.
Okay.
And so when you're full squad at least wait me pick for draw game Jibo.
Obed, Mamintiwe.
Oh, league in the say Kotkone has a league now is slow. Because imagine if Kotkone has near prayer, you can imagine the discussion point. We want to see what Hamza be in the first game. I think that's one center of discussion. Hamza in his first game, how things will go. Hopefully, yeah, Heseni and Yomaba call Midiama and Go Stars, and that is the match. I'll go for Midiama. Go Stars. A lack of seriousness from these big clubs. I.e. Asante Koroko had to folk Nedia Babi. We should not even be having this discussion. This is one of the easiest league I bet me about open league and but these clubs have failed to live up to expectation. I'm going for a Gold Stars win over there. Hard to folk nations over Omumbe defended. Maybe Emmanuel and no one go bina Jibo. Yeah, the away game na Kotoko so ya Heseni no Mekonti. We are not really feeling the vibe in the league, honestly. But Yabe monitor media money Go Stars match in area hard here. All right, Jibo. It's our pepper penalty. That is it. I mean, you better how some of the players, local blasters boys, normal core, you know. A modern bomb, but send if coach be per se, you can't say. Head coach Carlos Kures phobia, we can also make a case for some of the players based on this week performance. And any idea about one, yeah, Baba Razak Simpson as against Kelvin Osei, Benjamin Asare, Nations and on. So I'm going to be pushy. But it's about the game itself, yeah. The vibe is going down. Go Stars Media Man.
Special birthday, call a day. Amaya Baline is 03224944 4010322494771. Special birthday to Efietiwa Amponsa Mrs. We free Mr. Raphael Amponsa, Superintendent of Police, National Police Training School, Tesano, Accra, and the message we so aban. Another birthday so call a day ama Obapa Nana Ama Konedu. And there Nana Konedu so awoda uknu and the CM FD so na yen wish you happy birthday.
Wakola M Square. Or say Asante Mampon Sector Command. AICO1. Ajin Owusu Joseph. Or yeah, immigration officer no say AKA Nana Kwame Despite.
Hey. And
the Odina Wada and Times Square say young for video so now young wish
Nana Kwame Despite. So quite was had Nana can't
Nana Kwame Despite. See young wish happy birthday.
Okay,
boss.
Dinya.
Victorious Collins. And then Nibaba.
Oh, okay.
Nibaba.
Okay.
Ariana or Ben Mensa.
From USA or from Ghana?
Or her. Ariana there. Or her. And then Ariana birthday. It's special birthday and Pama a yemiano, ye badaway in a banano, Ariana or Ben Mensa. I Victorious Collins, yeah. Alaji Collins, as he said, Washington good.
But Alaji has sent the fatwa.
Me patch oh, me patch a birthday. Grace a cha, Grace a cha.
Alaji could have some my you were from Alaji Kunde. May you were free. Aye. Udin baby I got a finado was matter so but remember so don't worry. Remember also.
Good morning.
Good morning.
But the family of Mukasaki and Palm.
You know, Kit you.
in program now, manage home. Now, yeah, say, sorry, I'm at the program, sports program. Because also analysis, and I am can't say Zach, I can't send in our boom now and a bank house. The program, about the program, but also that time, my now, so my analysis now, the Mayan, no, I catch it will be said the PN in the number this one, Accra.
Okay.
Name our four. Yeah, chairman, next year, one Arabia, you're organizing Lano, what any other demonstration at them.
Okay. We the work as some power, Yakuma Swasa. I done it now. 4. I done it. Let me have a demonstration power. For mobile, for shopping, okay. 0322494401 0322494771 ubetimi afre na wabadwumede so bet for any twema na afi yemfa course ne nsoro so so wan refi papala papala so de bia mese odi bi ko ha no de ba ha no de kwa no de ba ha
papala se yamu ntane din tie yamu moon yeah me de ma born de o se owo abuakwa emem enti yamu happy birthday we free papala hoba into the collapse na the last one never ba
the fatwas
last one me papa
challenges
Reverend Caleb Kwabena Champo and father birthday yeah me papa
me oba kese ba kwa me the last one na me so udin baby akase finado asma to so okay went me anyina so line high and ye kachiri
okay
Ricky Samson Kwabena Yeboa.
Oh, okay. Ricky on.
And then I would that.
Oh, nice.
Kobe. Abusuani nyina free mama if you could be. Unu apanyine me. Do di machi ya adwubi. Ebesi wo so. So for yaw. So for mama. Ne anuanom nyina no. Me gina o manem ma fa fidie so na Kobe ya we show happy birthday yankopon koso anhira na onye wo kese lines no my problem ti obed
yeah
the ebisia
copy na na man happy birthday
the ebisia
on
and old boy
birthday
na say na do besi form
missy form na
you need to necessary no you for excuse
on the wa any o say me de na na nkofo ntiase you need to earn it on wa any abro so ntino pen and down paper bia
Poku please be
na baby girls you need to earn it
na oni oluma so old boy I say motenase na mo fa adwene
bibia be fan on crowd dey read the sort
memfa
me see we pen and down
memfa economy sem
you no pen and down you do your pen
all aspect of your finances so me aso ntini nyina agada
there get that I said you go do 18
nyina agada
get that
and then second at the end gada be first
there be and come gada 22nd oh
that means say carry forward it's nyina no ke kaboma
me
na move 50%.
Oh, old boy there.
Only old boy.
No.
Bad.
Heavy. It's Reverend in Engineer Busiani nyina na mu.
The champion Busiani. Ne papa sofo.
You be any me fancy that.
But oba na baby girl.
Oh, say enye bone.
Baby girl no. Papa sorry ho na ese be investigation kakra.
Me try ho krada.
On try wada na okwo try obi asori fufu
men try baby ampuda me give obi meju omo ni minim sa meju pa o
sa
me ho meju papa give omo ni ebe adwuma me say 2 years what is me case bi apply office order say bi a case bi apply na
say we dey ka Jesus siasia na
ntokwa bi asi na adani he wa hu da
Jesus siasia
ma say bi ampa kra na bi aba
siasia na abiya no why
timi dey baby ama adwuma bi ama ho asem ba da
okay di same so ene same birthday efo
tira no why hiti sa no cause nas why slow bi sa
efo
Sam Tuga.
Efo.
And I say efo si form.
But at the end of the day, man, and on fam. The Bemu dia say me what time be am be say me friend am ko ni show. Then am the be monitor no.
Efo Sam Tuga. For the passports.
Ebebo says no. As everything should be clear.
On my arrangements, guys, they be a baby girl be training.
No what day?
Sana me susu. Ebi anya sa de ba sana me susu.
So do you answer so. Nyame yad me jwa de be shia.